Okay. Um, were we gonna have a pre-game chat or anything, or is that not
Uh,
necessary?
I think you guys kind of talked it out a little already. I was noticing there was some talking going on between games. I mean, the only thing I'll say is we just want to try to do our best to even if there are times when things might be a little out of character, it might be good to try to work together in a way that will support like the group dynamic. Maybe do votes and yeah, just try to work together as much as
Mm-hmm.
possible. It definitely can go against like a character motivation at times, but it's just easier for everyone if the party's aims are more cohesive, if that makes sense.
Yeah,
So
I mean that makes sense for me. The only thing I'm wondering about from my character's standpoint is it's gonna be. I mean, I don't know how to deal with this on my character. Is how do I continue traveling with a
Well,
character that's been unleashing
let
that's
demons? Yeah,
let get
that's
that's
there.
a compromise there. Yeah.
I'll just say it's probably not going to be too much of an issue
Yeah,
soon, but
yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
there's yeah. So yeah, I think just everyone should do their best to try to do aim their goals towards like a more cohesive outlook, and voting is a good way if there's time for it in game. Like taking a vote is a good way of getting past some of that stuff. I mean, if you really feel like something the group's doing goes against the character, it might be good to talk out of game, like take a moment to talk to the other players and the GM or just something like that. And we could always
Okay.
pause for a moment and talk it out.
Yeah.
And you don't have to always go with what the group's going directly or trying to do directly. Just try to make it so it's not too invasive, whatever your character's
We
doing.
are a team, and it is a team game,
Yeah,
and I think that's big
yeah,
to
for sure.
remember. But yeah,
All right. Cool. I thanks for going over that. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, elephant in the room
and
has been taken care of. I mean, we know that. We've seen that. I've voiced that. So
Yeah, and I mean
and
there have been times in the past like it's not any one person. There's times when anyone's goals might be a little bit in conflict with the group, so it's good to address this. And I know it's more of an issue in some groups than others. I mean, a lot of it depends on the players and what everyone's expecting. So yeah, we'll figure it out together. But I think
Sounds
that's
good.
yeah, good start for
better
now.
to talk about things when they're small than build up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
And
I am. I like that mode of approaching it for future. That sounds good to
yeah,
me.
and I think if anybody does something that others don't like, it would be best to talk about at that point in
Yeah.
time before anything too big
Yeah. I
happens.
mean,
And I don't think
if anyone's
yeah,
feeling really upset or angry about something that's going on, then by all means, like we can stop things and address it. Otherwise, yeah, like we can also talk outside of game and try to come to a consensus.
Sounds good.
Yeah. All right. So unless anyone has anything to add, that's pretty much all I was gonna say. So I believe it was Amara's turn for scribing.
Okay.
All right. And Elric, I believe you were the previous scribe.
uh
Do you want to give us a quick recap of last time?
um at the start of the session, we were just about to open the door to the mysterious locked room in which we discussed and made sure if we really wanted to open it. We all decided to open the door and insist. No, and inside was a magical prison of sorts holding a dark, shadowy figure named Gaivok, who tried to seduce everyone in the party into letting him free and offering power in exchange. Majority of the party stood strong against his temptation. Elric, who was seduced by his offer of power, tried to take a step forward to set him free. The party stopped Elric for a time while they all tried to figure out what to do about the situation, as suddenly they realized they were trapped and possibly in a different time period for at least a short while. However, when everyone was thinking how to handle their current predicament, Elric saw his chance to run back towards the shadowy Gaivok in his prison and set him free, as Elric's lust for power would once again test the strength and resolution of the Siegebreakers. Gaivok was freed shortly after by Elric, and there were no words for the betrayal Elric had wrought upon the Siegebreakers after that. Silently and disheartened, the Siegebreakers made their way to the exit. Seeing that it was there once again, they climbed out and took the hollow back to the halls of Tarsus, where they checked on Shock's progress under the new watchful eye of Kyrene, then set off to meet with Blackwater and inform him of everything that happened. Before they could get to the underground entryway of Blackwater's, they heard of a creature of some sort off to the right in one of the corridors. The group decided it was within their best interest to keep the halls clear for everyone. We then had a fairly competent battle with some ghastly creatures and had just beaten them when the session had ended.
All right. Thank you for the recap. Is Dunzo here? I haven't heard from him yet.
I'm here. Just not talking much. A little
Okay.
tired.
No worries. All right. So, did you have you all? I know you finished the battle with the creatures. Did you do any searching of them or anything?
I don't believe we made it that far yet.
Okay.
I think as the last one fell is when we stopped.
Yeah, that sounds right. Alright, so then... where's the map? Where did I move the map to? Oh, there it is. Alright. So it is currently the 40th of autumn at 2:30 in the afternoon. The two shadowy creatures have been killed or destroyed, sending them back to their own realms. What does the group want to do?
I'll try to collect some essence, perhaps.
Okay,
If anybody
so
else wants to join.
Arcana checks. Up to two of you can work together to try to collect essence.
Anybody else?
All I see is names on the map.
Would you like some help, Lokun?
Let's do it.
You should be on the map. It might not have loaded
I do
in
see
yet.
Tiny.
I see the name. I just don't see nothing else.
It might still be loading.
We'll use
I'll
our
just
scroll there.
reload. I'll just reload real quick. Then
Yeah.
find my name.
Try refreshing. Alright, so if you are doing Arcana checks, you would get 100 gold pieces worth of Shadow Horror Essence.
Alright. Do you have a vial, Elric? For anybody?
I do not have.
do.
Sorry.
Oh, I have 6 vials. I have 6 vials. Alright.
Alright, so Lokun.
100.
Yeah, 100 gold pieces worth. It doesn't look like there's much else in this area. Just looking around, these halls seem abandoned otherwise. You might be a little curious as to where these creatures came from. Does the group want to do anything, or are you just going to head back to Blackwater?
I ain't feeling the greatest right now.
Or do you want to try
Need
to
a
rest? What do you want to do?
Do you think we could find somewhere safe around here to rest? Or do you think it would be best to just move forward?
Well, I can create a hut anywhere.
Uh,
So let's just find a corner, or actually, it could be just here. Give me 10 minutes. Oh, I just
Very
moved
good.
myself.
I just changed maps because we're kind of in the overland now. So you find a corner to set up the hut in.
Was that Amara that was not feeling well?
That is Booger. Bogger.
A bugger? Yeah, I got one slot left. I'll go ahead and.
I would say save it.
It's probably gonna hit dice.
If we take a rest,
Okay.
your spell slot might come in, or your spell energies might come in use later. I have ways
Indeed.
to take care of myself.
Agreed.
All right.
I'll take 10 minutes to create the hut.
All right. So, it seems other than those creatures, this place, as I said, is fairly quiet. You create the hut and spend an hour. So go ahead and short rest. It's now 3:40.
Nice.
And you are all feeling like a good deal better after a little breather. What do you want to do?
Are we ready to continue back to Blackwater?
I think so. Anybody else?
All right, so the group is traveling back to the estate.
Yeah, I'm just following you guys.
Through the tunnels, there's not much more in the way of danger, at least as far as you can tell. And after another half hour or so, you would reach the estate. Coming in through the basement where the cage and the crossbow guys are set up, though not nearly as on the defense now. The cage is just locked and there's one guy there. He would, of course, let you in. And you are back at Chaur. Up at the Blackwater estate. So as you come in, Blackwater is not currently there. It seems like a bunch of the mercenaries are here. Some of the guards would greet you and tell you that Blackwater is speaking with the mayor and will probably be back in a few hours.
Okay.
So what does the group want to do?
Just from my knowledge, did I have much dealings with Blackwater?
Feelings? Or dealings, you said?
Yeah, dealings.
I don't think you have. Wait. Have you met Blackwater?
No, I have not. This will be the first time I've been there.
Wow.
I don't think I have either.
Playing. Dang. Didn't realize
I
we'd been
definitely
away that
haven't.
long.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been
I guess
engineering for a
Bogger has.
while.
That's true.
Yeah.
This group's been gone for a bit. So, yeah, I don't think any of you have met Lord Blackwater,
So,
although, what is it with these songs?
I mean, I might know who he is because I
You
town, but
Yeah, you definitely know who he is. Growing up in this city, you were or in this town, you probably never encountered him at your shop. You may have worked with some of his people, but yeah, you probably never encountered him directly. Can't believe you hadn't met Blackwater all this time.
I was always somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, I just mean in game. I guess the group hasn't spoken to him in a while.
Yeah, we've been underground most of the time.
Been busy. But yeah, he is not currently here. The soldiers are kind of keeping an eye on the new people, and they would just give you free reign to basically the hallway, lobby area, and kind of the outside area if you needed to leave. But they say Blackwater will be back later if you need to speak with him.
Okay. Well, I'll explain to the party. I guess there's a bunch of newcomers, Tiziano, Bogger, and apparently Tiny, even, who's been with us for a while. I'll explain the whole shebang to them about how we're trying to reach an arrangement between
Sorry.
Blackwater and the Iron Tide and make our way to the ruins of Issyk. Basically, we need to combine forces to probably break through.
All right, and I think, have you not told any of them? Well, I don't think you told Tiziano any of this yet, because, yeah, you just met him recently, but I thought you had talked to Tiny a little about it. No?
Tiny probably knows already, but Bogger and Tiziano probably don't know. So
Yeah,
I'll
that's
let them
true.
know.
Bogger was sort of following his spirit people.
Yeah.
So, all right. So yeah, you let them know, and yeah, what do you want to do?
We're going to wait here.
I think a couple hours is I'm gonna get bored.
Well, we could play some cards.
I don't mind checking out all these other places. We've been spending so much time on the ground. What about this church or whatever this is over here and whatnot?
I'm up for browsing.
Got nothing better to do.
We'll run around town perhaps, and some points of interest that we haven't really checked out, which is pretty funny.
Mm-hmm. Do I know if there is any place to meditate with Mother Gaia in town?
To meditate? I don't know about.
Or pray or worship
I
Mother
mean,
Gaia.
there are no there's no areas of power here. No places rich with druidic energies, but I mean, you can pretty much worship anywhere outside of cities. Usually forests and just areas of nature are the easiest to do.
Nature-rich areas. Cool.
Yeah.
I will say to the party, I'll follow you and support you.
Sounds good.
Okay, there's not really a need for me to be here, is there? If not, I can go to my shop,
Do your thing.
and check things out,
All right. So
Sounds
you're
fine.
going to the shop.
Could tell them they can meet me there later, maybe.
All right. So you head to the shop, separating from the group. Are you there? You are. All right. So Tiny leaves. What about the rest of you?
Oh, I think we're gonna check out this ruinous church and whatever we have time to. But there's so many different places that we haven't visited around here, which is crazy considering that we're like 50 sessions in. But
Are you saying this out loud?
I'm saying this out of character.
Oh, okay. So I guess, what are you saying in character?
Well, that's I'm gonna get bored sitting around here.
Let
Looks
us leave the estate.
Yeah, we'll come back in a couple hours. Check out these places.
Did you say the ruinous church or the ruined church?
Yeah, whatever this is. I don't know if it's a church. But
Let's talk outside.
So, if you
yeah.
mention the ruined church... Sorry, give me a sec. I want to see who's here. Father Duval, who's kind of standing nearby, would say, "Oh, you probably don't want to disturb the old church. It's sort of a place that has existed since the fall of the original town of Chaur, and everyone just sort of leaves it be. It's said that the place will make you go mad. All who've tried so far have either disappeared or come out with their sanity not intact. Even the what is it called? The Crimson Dagger or Crimson Blade. So far, none of the people they've sent have been able to do anything with it. So it's sort of been just off limits to most of the town."
Wow. Now I'm even more interested.
This is
That's
granted, you are all very powerful mercenaries, but says at least you might want to talk to Lord Blackwater about it.
Okay. Anything? What about the graveyard area? Is there
So-
something?
That's just a graveyard.
Okay.
He says usually the priests of the shrine will bury the dead of the town. That's where your friend would have been buried if you didn't have a private grave for him.
Gotcha. Well, thanks for the heads up on that church.
He says yes.
Are there
Go
any
ahead.
other points of interest in town?
Not that I can really think. I believe the halls that you discovered underneath are probably the most interesting parts of the town.
How did this church survive the cataclysm?
He says, well, the church was not that old. The only buildings in town that are that old are the barracks and the 4 towers. The church itself was built during the original building of Chaur, back before it was destroyed about 100 years ago.
Oh, understand. Thank you, Father Duval.
He nods. He says, history is a
Do I
bit of an
see
interest to me.
any religious emblems to see, like, who he worships?
Oh, he's big time Palor.
Okay.
He's
Cool.
very much a fan of Palor. He's
Maybe-
actually... Or go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, it's okay. I was going to say he's actually fairly famous within the church, at least in the Empire. He is.
Well, it's good to see you are doing well, Father Duval. I'm glad we were able to recover you from the halls.
Says yes, and I do appreciate what you did for me. It's only fair that I do what I can to help you all. He says, especially if we're going to be allies in the coming days when we go to Issyk together.
Did you ever find out what happened to that other member of your party, Runt Hellgrip? Did he make it out of the halls? I don't quite remember what happened in the fighting. Throwing some old stuff at you, Lou.
Yeah, for real. That's not fair.
Let me look through my
You got that
notes.
good memory.
That's absurd, actually. Yeah.
I remember we saved Father Duval, but
Which Runt? That wasn't. Was that? No, that was one of your characters. That was
Yeah.
Who was that?
He lasted for like 2 sessions.
Yeah, that was the player who came in. He says, I thought he made it out of there, but I'm not sure, actually. I don't know what happened to him. There's a lot of confusion during the during the Bloodhands attack on the town.
Yes, there was. Well,
He says, I haven't seen him. My guess is that he was killed, unfortunately. Maybe his body thrown somewhere in the tunnels below.
I figured. Well, nevertheless, it was good that we were able to rescue you.
He nods. He says, hopefully, if he did survive, then he's still out there somewhere doing well, but he didn't come back for whatever reason. He says, in any case, I've prattled on a bit. I'm sure you have things to do. Just be very cautious if you approach the church. In fact, like I said, I would avoid doing it if at all possible.
Yeah, we'll avoid it, I think. Unless the others, curiosity kills the cat, I've heard. Okay. Do we just, does anybody else have any ideas? Maybe, do you want to just pass time? Or 2 hours of time or whatever?
That sounds good to me.
Okay.
Yeah,
maybe we go to the bar and grab some food and drink.
Yeah.
you do have your base, too.
Yeah,
Haven't been
check
there
on
in a
the
while.
base, I guess. Sure.
Am I allowed to buy things from the market at book price?
Yeah, you can go to the market and buy things at book
Cool.
price. That's fine.
Cool. Does anybody have anything they want? I was gonna get some equipment.
How much would a torch cost?
I want to say
Torch?
torches are... No, they're not a gold. Are they like silver? Copper? I forget. Here.
Oh, just the player's handbook. There's like a whole table of that stuff.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find it in the
It
compendium.
is 1 copper, I believe.
Alright, yeah, I found the equipment
Not much.
list. Yeah, they're pretty cheap. The biggest thing is how much they weigh, because, you know, you can only carry so much, but they're money-wise, they're very cheap.
Well, I have 6 right now. Good.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely is good to have light, so...
I keep having to use them because I can't see in the dark.
Yeah. A lantern might also be a good investment, because that I think it's like it's like, I want to say a gold piece, but I don't want to lie. It's a little more expensive, but it lasts longer and gives off more light. And you buy flasks of oil and use those to light it.
Yeah. You can also get the bullseye lantern. That's pretty good too.
Yeah.
But that's stuff we don't really have to role play, right? We can just buy anything from the
Yeah,
marketplace,
so you could buy normal
That was my
goods
plan. I
at
was
book
just gonna
price.
disappear for 5 minutes. If anybody wants anything, just shoot me a message.
I was just trying to find the friggin' torch. Oh, there it is. Yeah, torch is a copper piece. The lantern is... I'm assuming you want the hooded lantern, which would be 5 gold pieces. And then you'd want to get a bunch of flasks of oil, because I think each flask is like 6 hours light. And you can turn that on and off, unlike a torch where... Well, I guess you could snuff it.
Awesome.
I guess you
didn't
could...
know it was that cheap.
Yeah, you could probably snuff a torch, I guess, but yeah, it's more complicated. So, yeah, you go to the marketplace to buy some stuff while you're waiting, and you're waiting for Blackwater to get back, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, go ahead, and if anyone wants to buy anything, you can buy it at book price. As I said, there is a caravan in town, so there's a lot of new people. Quite a few, actually. It's a pretty big one. You would see a lot of the mercenaries that work for Blackwater here procuring goods and talking to people. There's some shows going on, some bards playing in the market. It's quite a bustle, more than you are used to. And of course, the Siegebreakers are recognized. Any of you who walk through would get handshakes and people coming up and asking how you've been and all that.
Sounds good.
So time is passing. A few hours later,
Just to let you know,
Yeah.
Tiny is at his shop reading through the recipes that he's got. And,
Okay.
checking what goods he has to see what he needs to get.
Yeah, so most of the... Is there a recipe in particular you were interested in doing?
Yeah, I want to make my hammer a +1 permanently.
Oh, actually make it a +1?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can say. I mean, I can look that up in a little bit, but if you want, you can look at Downtime Revisited. There's rules for crafting magical items.
Yeah, I looked at it already, but I just was saying that's what I'm doing. It's,
Okay, cool. Yeah, that's fine. So yeah, some time passes, and after a few hours, it is now about, let's say, 5:30. Galen Blackwater returns to his estate. So he comes in the door, talking to some guards and some of his mercenaries. He then looks up to notice that indeed the group is back. He would walk over and say, "Ah, friends, you're back from the ruins to the northwest. Tell me of your journey." Is everyone there besides Tiny?
I believe so, yeah.
Yes.
He says, Amara tells me that the construction of your new underground stronghold goes well.
Wait, you mean Kyrene?
Kyrene.
What did I say?
You said Amara.
Oh, sorry, yeah, Kyrene. He says, I must admit, I wouldn't put a stronghold in a place that might still have undead, but I think if anyone could pull it off, your group can.
Indeed.
Do you want to tell him the story of everything that happened on your journey?
Everything? No.
Alright,
I'll
then.
let the
What?
charismatic guys do their thing.
Well,
Go for it.
So you don't have to roleplay telling me the whole story. You just have to let me know what you're leaving out, if anything.
what I choose to leave out is
Yep.
the Shadow Lord and the Arcavian Labs.
Okay.
So everything else.
So you're just telling him about the prison and telling him you found nothing there?
Well,
Dude, they found a turtle.
no, we found
I found the turtle.
We found the turtle. Yeah. No, we found a hatch. We weren't able to get through,
Goddamn hatch.
and we were luckily able to escape from the area as some magics tried to keep us in. Yeah, manipulate the story. So probably deception.
Gold was probably okay, but
And when he brings up the hatch, you just see Tiziano shake his head a little bit in shame and sadness.
Slight one tear comes from his eye.
He's like, man, I was so close.
All right, so yeah, give me a deception check. Okay.
do it.
Oh wait. No, that's not good enough. You know how we roll around here. So we just took that rest. So let's see. Here, I'm gonna do Dark One's own luck and roll a d10. All right.
Nice.
So 21. All right. He listens. He says, was there only one ruined area to explore? I thought there were several. From what you had told me, Orcard had dug up a few.
Well, we were able to find.
Turns out they were nothing.
Well,
Nothing
no,
interesting.
we were able to find this enclave of druids that were controlling these boulets in the tunnels. But we went to track them down, and we finally managed to, and they had already moved on after we had finally found their location.
Yeah,
see.
and you see Lokun on the side, just like like when somebody's telling a big fish story, and they're like measuring how big the fish is with their hands. He'll try to do that with the giant boulet.
It's
Um,
this big.
He's like, man, that thing is giant
Nice.
like this.
It's just
Yes.
really big. Go
I-
ahead and give me another deception, and if someone else who talked wants to, they can roll as well, and I'll take the higher.
well, I won't be any help, but I'll back up, I guess. There we go. I don't even need to back up.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I go into details on telling them how I, ravaged, and chased down the mother boulet and beat it to death.
Ah, it's quite heroic of you.
Yes.
What
I'm
of
something of a hero.
also the what?
Alex like, yeah, I'm something of a hero. I've never done anything bad or questionable ever.
Kind of a
Elric's a
big deal.
politician. Okay? Like that's like 100%. He's a politician.
So he's just kind of nodding, listening to you talking, and he says, "What of Orchard? It sounds like he let you do all this, so I'm guessing that your group still has a good relation with him."
Yes. We would love to set up that meeting potentially. Maybe if you're up for it.
He says, "I've actually sent some people to speak with him. I will as well, but I'm hoping that they do a good job of mending some of the broken relations, especially now with Sithril being taken care of."
Mm.
Everyone give me an insight check.
I'm gonna roll low because I suck. Oh, never mind.
It's one of my best skills, and I failed.
So, what's the highest? 21?
Somehow for me,
Yeah.
the guy who just met him.
So,
Tizzy
you
doesn't
would...
trust anyone.
Yeah, maybe one of the voices in Tizzy's head mentions that he keeps staring at Elric for some reason. It's not obvious to the rest of them, but you get the feeling that he's giving Elric some weird looks as he's telling the story. Almost like he sees something. So
Probably just gonna keep that to myself for now.
yeah. He says, "Well, did you find any old books or tablets or any historical information that could be of use?"
Lokun, what exactly did we find any lore? And I know you're better at me, than with that stuff.
We found some old recipes. I think Tiny is working on them right now.
Oh yes, you're correct.
He arches an eyebrow and says, "There were recipes within the prison. Interesting. Do you know what sort of recipes there were?"
I think enchanting
remember.
armor.
Well,
We did find 2 chests.
Was that even in the? That was not in the prison. No, that was in the chests by the boulets, I think.
yeah, I mean, you found recipes within the labs and a bunch of items in the labs. The prison didn't have too much other than what was in the golem room.
No, I think we found some out of character. We found some recipes outside the labs too, and those are the ones I'm telling him about.
Okay.
Yeah.
He says, "Well, it sounds like the trip was a bit of a bust, unfortunately. Hopefully, it sounds like you did get some old relics from the prison area. I would have been curious to see what was in that hatch. It sounds like there was a lot of defenses there. I'm a bit surprised that you let that one trap discourage you. I mean,
The Diablo shakes his head again with one more tear coming out his eye.
says it sounds like you had to go through a whole door that was locked with runes, and yeah, it just sounds like a lot of security just for one trap door.
At that point, we had faced some a strong foe, and we were very tired due to this magic that would not allow us to rest properly.
Yes, you mentioned that. And would not allow you to leave, yes? Some kind of odd enchantment.
Very odd.
Says, well, do you think it's safe now? Or do you think that magic would still be in effect?
I wouldn't know. What do you think, Lacoon?
I'm pretty sure it's still in effect. It was in effect when we left.
Give me a deception.
Is that deception?
Well, the
suppression magic is what I thought he's talking about. That wouldn't let us rest or whatever.
Rest.
he was asking about the magic that trapped you in there.
Oh,
because you got out,
magic.
Right? Yeah, like you couldn't leave. Remember?
We were in a hurry to leave, and once we were able, we left right away without looking back.
Yeah, because I assume you told him that you were stuck in there for a while.
Yeah.
So yeah, give me deceptions, probably Amara and Elric.
Thank you.
Okay. He says, well, it's quite a tale. I'm a little disappointed there weren't more texts that were found in those ruins, but it is what it is, and I'm glad you were able to get some relics that will help in the coming times. I don't think I have anything more for the group. I'm waiting for a message and some supplies from my mother. She's sending me some possible aid from the capital, and once I have that, we should be ready to head over to Issyk. I still have some work to do with Orkard and some of my mercenaries, but most of that is my business, and I'm not too worried about that. We're pretty much good to go for the trip. So you have some time to relax, get some affairs in order if needed. I assume you'll be at your Siegebreaker headquarters or within the halls of Tarsus, yes?
Indeed.
He says, oh, there is one thing I need you to look at. Well, we can talk about it tomorrow. It's nothing pressing. But thank you for what you've done. And for now, you may rest and enjoy a slight respite before our journey.
Thanks.
And with that, he would say, oh, and for the new people, Bogger, Tiziano, and who was the other one? I guess Tiny's not here. So Bogger and Tiziano, did you have any questions about what we're doing? I assume your people filled you in on the plan.
Yes, yes, they have.
Tiziano just looks at him straight faced and is like, "Yep."
Excellent. Well, if you need to do anything in the next few weeks to get ready, make sure that you get it done and let me know if you need any help. My people are here to help you because once we go to Issyk, we'll be there for a while. So I want to make sure everyone is prepared for the journey. And with that, he would head to his office, leaving you all within the hallway, or in the hall.
He walks away. Tiziano's just going to be like, all right, two things. One, I don't know anything. I lied. But I'm just going to follow you guys. Two,
I just I think Lokun told you all the stuff actually.
that's all I know.
So Lokun mentioned that I guess there is kind of a lot to recap. Lokun mentioned that there are 3 items of power, and Blackwater has assembled them and is going to use them to open some sort of ancient vault in Issyk, but he has to find it first. Issyk is a city of undead. About 100 years prior, some strange thing happened there that basically killed everyone in the city, and it's been abandoned since then. So, yeah, the plan is to get into this city of the undead and look for this ancient vault that is somewhere within. And there's a whole other thing with getting the items of power together and like betrayal among the different factions that wanted to go to Issyk in the first place. There's a lot there, so I'm not going to go over it right now. But suffice to say, the items have been collected. Blackwater has 1, the group has 1, and Orkard, the mercenary warlord, has 1. So they're going to go together and work together to try to find this vault, which is supposed to have some kind of ancient magics and treasure inside that they're going to all split. If that makes sense.
I mean, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Basically, we look for they're going there to open a vault full of treasure.
Yeah, when it comes down to it. Do you have history?
Like that's a stat.
Like trained, yeah, like proficiency in history.
Nope.
Okay, so you probably don't know much about Issyk or most of the stuff they're talking about, but yeah, you might be interested in this vault.
I'm just a
which
turtle,
might have
bro.
treasure. Yeah, you're a simple turtle. So yeah, go ahead.
And he'd be like, and 2, he kept staring at you, and I'd point at Eric.
He kept
So I
staring.
don't think he was looking at you.
Well, that's not inherently good.
I agree.
I mean, Alec draws a lot of stares. What's new? But I think he suspected something, Tiziano.
That's my best guess. I think he suspects that we're leaving something out.
Of course. He was a sly one.
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
He could just be staring at me. I do look quite odd now. Not much like my old half-elf self. And I look down and I kind of look at myself with my draconic features and demon eyes. And I'm just like, and then I sigh.
I would be inclined to agree, but also with the way he was talking about the hatch, he was just wondering why we didn't open it, assuming that there was nothing else there other than the magic stopping us from resting and the fights you had.
Well, I hope he bought our lie.
I'm pretty sure he suspects a lot about us. This is not the first time we've had to kind of slide things past him.
I think we shall be okay. Seems he just has suspicions, and if he does go and check to see what's in the hatch, he shouldn't be able to find anything of the Shadow Lord.
Well,
All right. So yeah, I guess at this point, what does the group want to do? It's getting a little bit later now. Probably not enough time to work on any downtime project for today. So unless someone wants to do anything specific, I could just pass some time.
Like a long rest?
Well, yeah, like I said, unless anyone wants to do anything.
Yeah,
I think I'm good.
Time you just go stoke the forge, because it takes a while for it to get hot enough to do anything. So we'll stoke the forge and keep it going.
Shit, I'm gonna go walk over to Tiny's shop and watch him forge because that sounds like a cool thing. And I'm gonna stop by and bring a
All right.
picture of ale
So
to enjoy.
Yeah.
I imagine Bagar says that, and when he says that, one of the voices is like, "Oh, we should go watch that. That sounds fun." And just keep yelling at that and yelling at him in his head. And Tiziano's like, he decides he's like, "I'm going to tag along. Hopefully, I can get some peace and quiet there."
Okay. So you all, or some of you, head over to the forge. Tiny is probably serving some customers throughout the day, selling some, just, maybe horseshoes or pots here and there, keeping the forge lit. So time passes. I assume at the end of the day you're all going back to your hideout,
Yeah.
your stronghold.
Sounds good.
Headquarters. Tiny probably joins later, I assume, once the market closes.
Yeah, and probably a little later after that too, because he'll work into the night a little bit in the forge, doing some worship with his god.
Okay.
But the guys coming to the forge, they'll hear the god awful sound of me singing as I'm hammering.
But it sounds good as you guys. It sounds better and better as you guys keep drinking more to ale. Like karaoke, right?
There you go. Makes sense.
Yeah, I pretty much just spend my time in my little dungeness basement talking to Guybog.
All right.
Let me know when it gets nighttime.
Yeah, so the day is passing. When you get back to the headquarters there, Alira would be there. Let me just make sure I know where everyone is. So we have Tiziano is with Tiny, and all the new people are basically together.
Yeah, I'm with Locoon.
The rest of you, the rest of you are at the headquarters. Alira greets you. She says, "Welcome back, everyone. It's been a minute." She says,
"A while."
Indeed. I've kept the base nice and clean, and been doing some checking around. What did you have her working on? Oh, the gambling. That's right.
Yeah.
She hands Locoon a little pouch. It has 20 gold pieces in it. She says, here's a cut from all the gambling that's been going on.
Alright, I'll just add it to the treasury. Thank you.
She nods. She says, there's also a caravan in town. I heard from Shock that you're looking to move a lot of our things to the underground.
Indeed. We're trying to start a training base and recruitment for the new recruits.
And she nods. She says, I was hoping we could keep the gambling den up here. I think it would be a little dangerous to bring people down there and might scare away some of our customers.
Indeed. Let's not mix the business with the fun, shall we?
She nods. Oh. Do we have any dates on here? When did you have Melody working on your health potions?
2 days ago.
Okay, so... Because I don't see it.
And that's pretty good. We didn't put a date on there, but Ulrich's memory is pretty insane here. So, when is 2 days ago? 38th of autumn?
Yeah.
Also? Okay.
Yeah, the end of like, so what color was the shirt of the barkeep in episode 13? I was gonna be like, oh, it was actually a white button up.
It was blue. There was a slight stain on the right cuff.
We're gonna have to go review.
There's also wearing some nice suspenders over the top.
I mean, technically, all the games are, on video, so we can always just go back and spew through like 30 hours of footage.
That's what he's been doing.
Literally, yeah.
So, in that case, since 2 days had passed, Alira would hand you 2 of the potions. She says, I picked these up from Mel. She was giving them to me as she finished them. I think she's working on one more for you all.
Yes. Thank you. And she may notice Elric may probably look a little conflicted on his face. Thank you, Melody.
Oh, Melody's not here. You mean Alira?
Oh, wait. Oh, it was... She didn't... Oh, okay. I see. She went and picked them up.
Yeah, she got them.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's nice of her. Okay. Good. Awesome. Perfect. So, yeah. Then the same pretty much with Alira. I just take them and kind of go back to my my room.
Who's carrying the party treasury right now?
We have 2 treasuries basically, but bulk of the stuff is with me in the bag of Oscar's old bag of holding.
Okay.
Let me actually see in general real quick what I have. If anything is party related.
You got the skeleton bones, and you got sack of coins from the druids, and the stone sigil, the key.
So I'd like to keep all the coins together if you wouldn't mind holding on to the coins.
Okay, I'll put that in there.
And
one.
And anything else that is party treasury.
Okay. Just cut and paste it. No problem.
So I'm gonna fast forward time a bit. How late are you staying at the forge, Tiny?
Probably about 2 hours after it closes.
Alright, so till about 10. Tizzy and Bogger, are you also going to stay that late?
I think I'm going to leave a little bit earlier and let Tiny have space to himself.
Okay.
When I see him starting to pray is when I'm gonna...
I will leave with Bugger.
He'll probably leave when he starts to strip, because he takes all his orders.
Oh, absolutely. I head out.
He's taking off his shirt. He's like, all right, give you some time. So you head... You're good.
The second he goes to take his shirt off, I just stand up. I'm like, all right, I think it's time for me to go.
Yeah. So you head over to the base over here, where they told you they would be staying. It's a nice little, one-story house with a little backyard. When you go in, you would see a couple of people, because it's a little later now. You'd see the group, but you would see a younger woman with white hair who you don't recognize, who kind of looks over, puts her hand on her blade and says, "Did we just have a bunch of monsters walk into our house?"
You just see my dude's face. He just like recoils a little bit. He's like, but then when he collects stuff, he's like, I'm not a monster.
He's a turtle.
She looks to
Tiziano and Bogger.
She looks to Loku and she says, "Oh, you know them. Okay."
Indeed.
She kind of relaxes a bit. She says, "Sorry, I thought I knew all the strange ones in town. I hadn't heard of you two."
Yeah, we picked up this stray turtle off the street, and bugbear too. You know.
She nods and now is kind of smiling. She says, "Name's Alira Nightshade. Good to meet your acquaintance." And she goes to shake your hand, smiling.
I am Tiziano. And I shake her hand.
Bump my chest with one fist, bow, and shake her hand.
She's like, "Oh wait, make your acquaintance." Terrible at that. Yeah.
I did notice.
She, did you say you're gonna fist bump her?
My chest, like, kind of like a Klingon would, and then bow, and it's like a...
I get it. Yeah.
Ritual.
He like hits his chest like a gorilla with one arm.
Yeah. There you go. Thank you.
Kind of like bow. Kind of like a salute type thing.
Yeah.
All right. So she's... Yeah, she just sort of nods nervously and says, "Where are these two staying? Are you gonna take my room?"
I'll ask Bogger and and Tiziano. Our combinations are fairly limited. You might need to share a room with somebody. I just sit in the living room, but of course I have the privacy of my tiny hut.
We're gonna
Well,
start.
Sleep on the roof.
Tempting as her offer might be, I will just sleep wherever inside my shell.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Mobile home.
She says, I mean,
That is ignored my comment.
I guess they can sleep on the in the living room, maybe.
Yeah.
I'll sleep on the roof.
Look, I don't think we can get bugbear smell out of a couch. Okay, I don't.
Yeah.
You know, we may just have to throw that away. But whatever. Okay.
Wet bugbear.
Oh, I'm
Sure.
gonna add another stronghold called the Halls of Tarsus. So you
okay.
can, because I noticed you put the Halls of Tarsus underneath Siegebreakers, so you can just put it in there, whatever you want to put in the halls.
What Augur's race again?
Bugbear.
Bugbear.
Yeah, bugbear. Okay, yeah, I had it right. Okay.
That might
Lou, what's
surprise
the
you.
rules with carrying capacity? I have powerful build.
Well, usually it's 10 times your strength. I think powerful build was a double it.
Something crazy.
One size larger. I'm considering one size larger.
Yeah, so I think it's up to 20 times your strength.
Oh, sweet.
That boy's
That's
strong as
awesome.
hell.
Thank you.
Yeah, it from what I remember, being a size larger just changes the equation to 20. I mean, usually it doubles it. So usually it would be it would go from 5 to 10, but now it'd go from 10 to 20.
Cool. Thank you. Appreciate it. Didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's fine. She says Shock should be back soon. It's getting late. He usually meets me here for dinner along with Mel.
Why do you think there's something unusual that he's not here?
Oh, well, no. She says I don't think it's unusual. Like I said, he should be here soon.
Gotcha.
But now that you're all back, I assume you want me to just keep getting money from the people who come to gamble, or is there something else you want me to work on?
Anyone?
Don't ask me.
I don't have any ideas.
I kind of just got here.
Well, yeah, she was more asking Lo Kun. He's kind of the impromptu de facto leader.
I mean, she's never met us.
He's the smart one.
Well, Loco will turn to the others. Alira is pretty good at taking care of some tasks around town when we're not around. Do you have anything you need to get sorted out?
What was she
If
looking
not,
into about the Dezoric group? I have that under her notes. Does anyone remember what that was about? I think that was a while ago.
That was probably a long time ago. That a Zoric group? What group?
Dezoric. I have that Barrett gave her 5 platinum to look into some rumors about a group that went to Dezoric, but I don't even remember what that was about.
Me neither.
Yeah, so I remember him giving her the platinum.
Yeah.
To spread rumors about the group.
That's what it was.
Oh, yes. That's what it was, to get your guys' reputation up. I see. That was a while ago. So yeah, she would tell you that I think that went pretty well. So you might your reputation might go a little bit beyond this little town. So don't be surprised if you start getting some more mercenary opportunities, or maybe some people showing up.
Cool. I don't really have much. I would say continue the gambling operations, but the Bloodhand, they're completely gone from this town. Is that correct, or any vestiges of them left behind of them?
Well, if they're here, they're probably in hiding. I
Indeed.
believe that they're all gone, though. And if there are some here, I don't think they're going to be a danger to us. although I guess I could
Okay.
be wrong. I haven't heard any whispers about them in the markets or in any of the caravans. I know Cithril fled.
Okay.
I wouldn't be
I'll just tell her.
surprised if there were some agents here looking for her, but I don't think they're gonna come after us.
Indeed. And you see Rokun kind of fidget at something underneath his uniform. But yeah, I guess just continue the gambling operations is what he would tell her to do.
She nods, and just then the door swings open, and a familiar face comes in. He says, "So you made it back up top. Greetings, everyone."
Well, Matt, good to see you again.
He says, "Yeah,
So,
I've been busy working down underground most of the day. Is Mel here yet?" And Alira shakes his head, and he says, "Okay, well, I'm gonna have some food, but I thought I'd come and meet you all, eat here with you, and talk about your adventures."
excellent.
Okay. So Melody would show up a little later, and she would basically say, "I'm still working on the final potion. It should be done by tomorrow. Who are all these people?" And she looks to Bogger and uh, Tiziano. I assume there'd be some introductions.
I'm
Yeah, I'll do
Tiziano.
the same thing I did before. It's Bogger. I'm an old friend of Oscar's.
She says, "Well, a friend to the Siegebreakers is a friend to us. Welcome to town. I'm glad you and they will be working together. Are they all going to Izek with you?" she asks Lokun.
That's funny you ask. We haven't oh, these guys. Yes, they are indeed. I think, right?
Yeah.
They are indeed.
I have no intention of leaving
As well.
the group, not the city.
She says, "Well, it'll be good that you have more help. Um, Bogger, you're a druid, right?
I am not. I'm a ranger.
Ranger, okay. Do you have any symbols that would relate to Oscar, like what Oscar was wearing?"
I imagine we share the we were both of the same like monastery, so I imagine we do share a symbol. I'm
All
not
right.
sure. Maybe our quarterstaffs have a carving um of a deer and antlers.
So Melody would mention that she says, "Is that the same symbol that Oscar always wore around? Do you two know each
Yes,
other?"
as I said, we have been long friends. I was coming to assist the Siegebreakers before he had fallen.
Oh,
Only to
sorry.
find
Did
that
you tell
he
her
had
that
fallen.
already? Did I miss that?
I think I
Yeah.
mentioned it, but I might have been quiet.
Oh, okay. So she would get a little bit of a. Seems like she has a little bit of sadness as you mention Oscar, and says, "Well, I'm glad. I'm glad someone from his past showed up. Oh, you were at the funeral, huh? That's right. We
Mhm.
did the flashback. So actually, she may have met you already. Sorry, I completely forgot that you started in town here. All right.
No worries.
So anyway, we'll say the evening is passing. Go ahead and spend your upkeep for your expenses. Do you all have that info? What the different upkeeps are? I assume some
Yeah.
of
Nope.
you might need it.
So, is it late night?
Yes, but I pretty much know what you're gonna do. I mean, I
Yeah,
guess we can go.
I can wait. It's up to
Okay.
you. I feel like this is an opportune moment.
How does upkeep work?
So basically, every day you're in civilized lands, you kind of, instead of having to buy food and everything and accommodations and pay taxes, like there's just kind of an overall upkeep you pay, depending on how well you want to live. Anything basically modest is like the middle. Anything above will get you benefits the longer you do it. It only goes up to comfortable in this town because they don't have like an aristocracy or a really wealthy area. But if you want to do comfortable, it can get you benefits over time. If you do below comfortable, it could get you bad things, like your stuff could get stolen or someone could like beat you up or you don't sleep well and get exhaustion.
Good luck.
So if you want to just do modest, that's the easiest. But if you have some extra gold, living comfortably has its benefits.
Do I break about even?
Okay. Sorry, what?
Do I break about even having a shop?
Yeah, sure. We'll say you're just working. So we'll say with your working in town, you would break even. As long as you're spending the day tending to your shop, which technically today I don't think you did, because no, you did. That's right. The first thing you did was go back. So sure, we'll say today you did that, so you can break even with modest.
Okay.
But yeah, that's basically expenses. So go ahead and pay your expenses as the evening passes. It is night, and you all sleep, so you can go ahead and long rest. And, what's it called? Elric, are you just gonna do those things that we talked about?
I mean, yeah. I mean, kind of roleplayed a little bit with the Guybok.
Sure. What are you gonna? We can go through it. That's fine.
So, as everything's been going on, I've been, in my room in the basement, kind of pondering, and I say to Guybok, I say, I am, for the first time in a long time, conflicted.
He said, "Why?" Or says, "Why is that?"
I was not thinking clearly. I do believe that I did the right thing in helping you. But I'm scared of what retaliation the Siegebreakers may have against me now that you're free.
Says, you noticed it too then. I do feel like your friends are unhappy with your decision. I have some suggestions, although I was curious about something. Who is Lord Blackwater?
Blackwater is the noble of this town. He, and I basically spilled info. I'm not gonna go,
Talk about him.
Yeah.
Something about him seems very familiar to me, though there's no way he could have existed in my time. I don't remember the name Blackwater. Odd.
Yes. He actually has an item that belongs to my family that I came here originally for, but I have since lost interest.
He says it's foolish to hold on to such trinkets of the past, unless there's some value to it besides the sentimental. I would agree that you should probably just forget it for now.
Guybok, do you think they will try to kill me?
It's not impossible. It might be in your best interest to leave this place.
I was thinking the same, although it does sadden me. I'm not going to stick around and wait for them to do something.
He says, yes, as I said, it is a bit of a risk. You may have soured things a bit with this group, though there is still much in terms of power that you need to learn and acquire. He says, with your interest in controlling demons, while risky, there is definitely power to be gained from such actions.
I still have interest in Isik.
He says, I do as well. I'm happy to hear you say that. I was worried you would pursue something different. But perhaps you and I can go to Isik and have our own agenda.
Do you think we'd be able to, make it by ourselves?
I don't know. I've never been to this Isik, though I am familiar with these lands from my time in the Tharian Empire. I'd be curious to see where Isik is. There are a few places that I would guess where it might reside. If it's the old tombs, possibly I might know what vault they are seeking.
Well, I have seen it on the map. Our group had a few different maps. I did see its location.
He says, well, then perhaps we should leave tonight and see what we can find.
Yes, I agree. I don't want to wait to see what happens. And then I have here. I'll read it out. Elric gathers all his personal belongings and leaves the Siegebreakers HQ in the dead of night. He then heads to Oscar's grave and sits down next to it and says, working with your group, Oscar, I obtain status, wealth, power, and even one or two friends. But every step is sure they don't trust me. Elric clenches his fist and hits the ground. How do they think I obtained my power? At such a young age in the first place. I sought it out and made deals or pacts that would change my life forever. I am nothing without my power. They don't see it that way. I'm the villain. At least they think so. I've come to realize the Siegebreakers will hold me back. They will hold me back no longer. And neither will you, my friend. Elric places Oscar's pipe on his grave. I will take this treasure, Isik, with your help, Gaivor, and show them what my power can really do. The name Elden Spell will echo across this land. Elric then makes his way to the transporter in the halls of Tarsus and heads to the Hobgoblin camp to retrieve his horse before starting to make his journey towards Isik with Gaibog.
All right. So Elric departs. So you would all wake up in the morning. You would notice that Elric is gone. But I don't think anyone would have any reason to believe anything is strange. He may have just gone someplace at first light. What do you all want to do? It is now the next day, which is the 41st of autumn. You would receive a message that Blackwater wishes to speak with you as soon as possible.
Well, let's go talk to him, I guess.
Well, get a quick breakfast and then head over there, I guess. Everybody good with that?
Sounds good to me.
All right.
Alright.
I'm following.
So the group heads over to the Blackwater estate. Tiny, are you going with them this time?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. So Blackwater is there, waiting for you. He's probably surprised you all showed up so fast. Usually it takes you a while to get back to him.
Yeah, usually we drag our feet.
Yeah, you just showed up right away this time. You see Kyrene is there with him. She would kind of nod at the group. Isn't seen. Well, I guess she saw you all yesterday. Never mind, that's right. She was down in the dungeon, but she would just nod at you, and he would say,
Oh, Mrs.
"So, And then he looks around curiously. Where's Elric?
He wasn't. He didn't make breakfast this morning.
Just kind of
Odd
shrugged.
that is, but he was always sometimes did his own thing.
I see. He says, did something happen to him while you were in those ruins?
Not that I could think of.
Who's the other charismatic guy? Amara?
Not me.
Charisma people, go!
Speak up.
No.
I didn't see anything happen to him.
Hey, that's
But I
technically the
sensed
truth.
something did.
There was something odd about him yesterday. Give me a deception check, and everyone give me insight checks.
Maybe I'll do really good again.
Since I met him.
Oh, not this time, guys. The voices are not helping me.
Tiziano's
You want
like
me to do
picking his
deception?
nose. Yeah, you would do the deception.
Nice.
All right. So you're extremely deceptive. Bogger 16. Is that the highest?
But I wasn't around when all that happened with Elric. I was in the other room.
He
So
was
I'm
smart.
not really being deceptive.
He went to the other room.
I think because like you know what happened, but
I
you're just kind of
mean-
like I don't really know what happened.
Obscuring the truth is still being deceptive.
Yeah.
Because you, yeah, I mean, you, I guess you would know for sure, but, that's fine. So, Bogger, you get the feeling that Lord Blackwater knows something that he's not telling you.
We have to murder him.
He's being withholding. But he's thinking now as he kind of looks to Amara. And go ahead, are you going to do something?
No, I was just gonna say I'm gonna do my best to hold a poker face.
He says, in any case, I would like to talk to him next time he's around, but there's something I need from all of you. I've had some of my my mercenaries exploring the underhalls, the stone passageways under Chaur, and we encountered something curious. He looks to Amara and she nods. She says it was actually yesterday, towards the end of the day after I spoke with you all. One of the exploration groups found a door that looks like it's very old. We didn't recognize the symbols on it, but when I brought it to Lord Blackwater, he said it was Yuan-Ti in nature.
Who's saying this to us?
This is Amara.
Kyrene.
Hey, I'm Kyrene.
God damn it. Yes, Kyrene, sorry.
I made a big impression, I guess, huh?
Kyrene would say, it doesn't seem like it was part of the halls of Tarsus. Maybe something that was built even before they were dug out. But the halls were built around it. So we haven't disturbed it yet. I thought maybe your group should take a look at it, since you've done the most work down there already.
Sure. We will take a look.
Actually,
You said there was runes around a door?
well, an old, it looks like some kind of old crypt, she says. Some of the mercenaries who were there recognized the architecture as being Yuan-Ti in nature, which apparently is extremely old. I don't know, but Blackwater thought you all should take a look at it.
Being
Fair
old
enough.
myself, do I know anything about Yuan-Ti? And their,
History might tell you something, if you want to make a check.
if I can guidance myself, maybe.
All right, so you do some chanting as you touch your forehead.
I don't know shit.
Yeah.
But you got the 1d4.
Yeah, but
Probably
it ain't
some,
gonna help too much.
Does anyone have training in history?
Elric.
Curse you.
The guy who left.
Nope.
Yeah. Yeah, so you probably don't know much about the Yuan-Ti. I guess Arcana might be another thing that would tell you about the Yuan-Ti people.
About
I can't
everything.
help
Good
with that either.
overall.
Okay, so the Yuan-Ti are almost like the Illithids of the surface, or at least their empire was. Very evil, very cold. You don't know much about the empire itself, but you know that Yuan-Ti are, from at least from what you know of them, are generally lawful evil, kind of plotting, very dangerous race of snake people. You don't know much about their history or their empire in Gaian, but you know these days they're fairly rare and usually in the older parts of the world, trying to bring back a lot of the magics of their dark gods.
Okay, I'll let the party know. Um, Oaken looks intrigued and he'll nod. Thank you for this information. We'll investigate when we have some time.
He nods. He says, I figured if there are trinkets of the past there, they could be of use to your group. I don't think this has much relevance to the overall mission, but it's definitely something that you all should probably look into. And it's not too far into the into the tunnels underneath, so it should be easy.
Okay.
He says, other than that, I would say, yeah, just do what you need to do over the next few weeks as we prepare for our trip.
Indeed.
All right, so yeah, I guess at this point I can do some downtime for everyone. We can look into that crypt. What's everyone think?
I'm about
Or is
going
there
to the
something,
crypt.
or is there something else the group wants to do?
I'm down going to the crypt. That's fine.
Cry
Same-
that
same
Elric
here.
left.
I mean, it's just way too long we've been on the surface. I kind of want to go back down again.
Been up here
One
for like a
day.
day.
Logan's getting sunburned.
Back, we need to go back to the dungeons.
It's too
Logan
bright
is
up here,
slowly
guys.
turning
Lokun's
into a
been on the
troglodyte.
Yeah,
He's been on the surface about 12 hours, and he's like, man, surface fucking sucks, guys.
he misses
Sun's too bright up
the
here.
subterranean campaign. It was just all underground.
What does everyone think Elric ran off to?
I guess at this point it's probably closer to. Is it still the morning or midday by now?
It is still the morning. It's probably like 8 or 9 a.m. Let's say 9 a.m. 40.
It is odd.
Yeah.
It is odd, but I don't know. Perhaps I mean, it was a very strange occurrence that happened. We haven't really talked about that, but I'm kind of almost trying to repress it in my memory, quite honestly.
Maybe he had his own goals.
No doubt about that.
I mean, he made that obvious.
Yeah. And if that's the case, it's not surprising that perhaps he parted. I don't know if we'll run into him again in the future, but I don't know with what he had committed. It was difficult, very difficult for me to walk along with him, quite honestly. But I guess that's that.
Seems a bit harsh.
Well,
Yeah,
he
Kind
did
of say
un-
that I still intend on saving that boy if I see him again.
perhaps I don't know if he can be saved at this point. But,
Perhaps he doesn't want to be saved.
perhaps,
Or maybe he doesn't need to
Mm.
be.
who knows what's going on in that
Tiny so
head.
stubborn.
Yep, might not even be Elric anymore, quite honestly. All right.
I would not know. I only just met him.
Let's go kill some snake people.
But he
Indeed.
seemed like a decent man before he left.
Before he unleashed the Shadow Lord, perhaps.
No,
To
even
make
after
that
that, I
known.
thought he was fine.
I think you might have taken that a bit too lightly. But
Well, if you're going to judge him for releasing him, then perhaps you should judge me for letting him.
perhaps.
You know better.
Where are you having
Who
this
trusted?
discussion?
I have no idea.
Maybe,
It's just
Oh,
gonna happen.
Walking down the
Yeah.
On the
down
way.
road, I suppose.
oh, down below? Alright, yeah, sure, you can be in the tunnels. So you're going down to the Yonti area right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That was fucking weird bird people.
Bird people.
I don't know what the hell you want people.
You're
Let
better off.
educate you.
let's let the total.
Oh, I was thinking of something
Bird thing.
completely different.
No,
Hold
they're the snake people.
Hold
And the-
on. I don't want to hold on. I don't want to be too stupid. Hold on.
What's the name of the bird people? They're the Arakra?
I was thinking of the Kenku.
Or Kenku? Okay.
Oh, the Kenku. They can't fly. Arakakra, I think, are the.
There's this
Big
three
difference.
there's
What's
three
fucking
bird
it?
people
Okay.
now. There's owl and two. So
Oh,
Ah,
really?
yeah.
That's true. There's so many different animal people now.
yeah.
I like the eagle.
Alright.
Raccoon, do we have room for a
They make good
ladder and
monks.
bag of holding?
I
I got a bag
I
of
don't-
that too.
don't think so, but
Tiny, can you carry a ladder?
So I'll say, what's her name? I'm gonna say the wrong word again. It's not Mara. It's Kyrene. Kyrene is gonna go with you down there. She gave you a map, and she's gonna lead you there unless you ask her not to go with you.
No, fuck that. She's coming with.
All right. So I don't know if you want to have this discussion in front of her.
probably not.
She's
That would
probably
be-
kind of already aware of
That would be
things in the
what-
past.
That's true.
I think the discussion is over for now.
Because Kyrene,
Kyrene actually knew Elric. Yeah.
she's a trusted friend who was there for us at our lowest.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey man, Tiziano said what he said, okay?
Yeah,
Amara doesn't know Kyrene.
that's true. Mara's like, who is this person? So
Yeah,
yeah,
he's
Oh,
just-
also, I wanted to tell everybody in the party that I think Blackwater knows something about what happened to Elric. I think he's holding back. And I'm done. Sorry.
okay. So Kyrene is leading you through the halls. You just gonna be silent?
Just discussing what we was talking
Okay.
about earlier. When Elric left, not sure why.
So overhearing this, she might stop for a moment and look back and say, you said Elric departed.
Well, that's our best guess for what he is.
Yeah. This is just a theory. We don't know for sure.
He might have gone on a 3-day bender, but
Mm-hmm.
we always know he liked sniffing that ghost essence.
And what did he do, if I may ask, that you are judging him harshly for? I don't think you mentioned.
Well, Lokun knows that Kyrene has made it pretty obvious that she's working for Blackwater. We don't know what he did. Actually, he'll just wait for somebody more charismatic to talk up. But he'll look at he'll study Kyrene carefully, trying to get some insight from her.
Sure, give me an insight check. Kyrene does not have the best deception. Is someone more charismatic speaking up?
Probably not with my
That
negative
would
one.
not be Bogger.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure what he did, to be honest.
Says, yes, you mentioned something about,
There seemed to be a disagreement between everyone, and the next day passed, and he was gone.
So Lokun, you do get the feeling that she probably, I don't know if you'd know, you get the feeling that she probably would, tell the things that you're saying to Blackwater. You don't think she's necessarily going to keep these things quiet.
Mm-hmm.
She would say, well, we all have things that we do that aren't always the best decisions. I wouldn't judge your friend too harshly. And she would just keep walking.
I agree.
She says, we're coming upon the area. And you would see what looks like a partially caved-in hallway that's been excavated. And on the other side, there's very strange-looking architecture. And what looks like a couple of keyholes. She says, I would guess this door needs multiple keys to get through. Do any of you have lockpicks?
I do.
Is it stone?
It is. It's a big stone door.
I can maybe get through it without a key.
Tiny.
I'll try and unlock it myself.
And she
I'll
looks.
let him try first.
She stands aside and sort of motions to the door. It's all you.
He's being guided.
All right. So who's trying first? Amara?
Looks like Tiny was.
Oh, Tiny. Okay. What are you doing, Tiny?
My page tool.
All right. So
Is there runes around the door or anything?
there are some markings. Actually, let me check something.
If I cannot read them, I would like to ritual cast comprehend languages while he's messing with the door.
Well, I would definitely check for crops, but I could.
All right. Ugh. This is helpful. Hang on. Looking for something very specific. Which is now not going to load. Okay, here we go. Does anyone speak Draconic?
I do.
Okay.
Nope.
So you recognize these markings. This doesn't look like a grave to you. Do you have... You said you don't really have history.
I don't. I have charisma-based skills, and that's pretty much about it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if any of you would... Go ahead.
I just suck at everything.
Well,
Good at
doesn't
punching
I have
people.
nature. I don't
Well-
know if that matters.
I have a
That
Deus
and-
Ex voices in my head.
Yeah.
that, and also doesn't Tiny, don't you have ways to tell history of stonework or whatever?
Yeah, I just get advantage on it on the investigation.
Amara, give me an intelligence check.
But I do have religion if it would help too.
That's not good either, but I'll do it.
Does anyone else have Draconic, or is it just Amara?
Well,
I
I
don't
mean,
know common and elfish.
Okay.
if they don't mind, I can spend some time to comprehend languages, and then I should be
Yeah.
able to.
I think Amaro was doing that, or was in the process of doing that as well.
Okay.
So it looks like some sort of trying to figure out what exactly you guys would know. Investigation might tell you more if anyone wants to take a closer look at things.
Well, I'll use this time to cast comprehend languages, and then try to help out with this.
Okay, so you start casting comprehend languages.
I'm going to investigate 2 different ways. One with the lock picks for traps, and then I'll have to subtract the D4 for my ward and stuff for the other.
Okay. So you don't get much from investigation.
I mean, really, it was such a good roll.
I rolled a nat 20 minus 1.
Damn. All right.
So
Oh, I just rolled a D. It didn't even roll a 20. You just rolled a. Oh, there it did. Yeah, okay.
I rolled on that 20 and on that 1.
let me write you something.
I have impressive.
Oh, secrets, huh? Cool.
Secrets.
Tanya, are you able to carry that ladder in your bag of holding?
Well, the bag of holding empty. So I don't know how the depth. I don't know how big a ladder.
It's a normal ladder size, 10 feet.
And I go in the bag of holding. You're right. Bad idea.
Wait, did you ask if you could go in?
Yeah.
Yeah, hop in.
Seems like a bad
Just
idea.
don't
I've
stay
heard
in
about
for
the
longer
bag
than a
man.
minute.
Just go ahead and hop in.
No, I don't want to meet the bag man. He's scary.
All right.
Watch a YouTube video on him.
If you're Warforged, you can stay in there as long as you want. I don't know if that's true.
I don't know,
It's
man.
true.
He said 1 minute. You do know, though. If the party ever gets wiped, I can just jump in the bag of holding and maybe I'll survive.
You're just jumping.
Not for very long.
Hey, it's longer than I would survive if the party got
You should
wiped.
just jump in there while you're holding a bag of holding.
Strategy.
That is the strat. Like, 100%.
What could go wrong?
That's like jumping, like warp jumping in Star Wars without knowing a death.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Do it for the chance of survival.
I don't know if there is. I don't think there is.
And if we were like fighting a dragon and all you guys died, and I was like, you know what?
Remember this.
Alright.
I could bag a holding or 1v1 the dragon.
What's it called when something's written on a grave? An epitaph?
Epitaph.
Yeah.
Epitaph.
Grave writing.
I think I spelled that right. Alright, so you're sort of looking at this draconic, and this is what it says. Who's that? Amara. It's not really a secret, just yeah, that's what it says. Oh, not great. It would be terrible. Alright, there, fixed.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what the script or the etching on the door says.
It seems to be honoring someone sort of servant to the Empire.
Oh, interesting.
Or may they rest in peace.
So it is a
This
grave.
is a grave. Jinx.
It seems to be a memorial of sort.
Huh.
What
At
does
this
it?
point, does my comprehend languages pop up?
Oh, right. It does. So here, I'll add you to what the thing says.
Okay.
There you go.
But it seems says, "May he forever sleep here in the confines of this place."
Never to know the eternal reward he deserves. I'll just read this out to everybody, so everybody's in the know. Now, this place honors Zota, servant of the Empire. His potential cut short by a terrible ailment. May he forever sleep in the confines of this place, never to know the eternal reward he deserves. Interesting.
It doesn't make sense, Kyrene says. Is he dead or not?
It sounds like he got a disease.
Apparently he's eternally resting.
So why would he then not gain strange? I would think he would go to his eternal reward if he had died, though.
Indeed.
Maybe because he died from a disease?
Perhaps.
I mean,
Religion-wise, do I have any idea of what they believed?
Yeah. Give me a religion check. Let's see what you know about Yanti gods. You would know that they were often evil, though not always. Most of them demanded sacrifice of those who worshipped them. They are mostly dead now as well. Not many of the Yanti gods still live. Most of them, fell out.
Yeah, they died along with their people.
would I know what sort of ailment would cause him to sleep but not, or just like be confined but not die?
Give me a probably.
That sounds like a magical thing, not even a regular ailment, right?
Yeah, I think I saw that in Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah. Give me I don't know, maybe just
petrification.
Intelligence or yeah.
Okay.
About
Something in
medicine.
petrification.
So the leading theory is he's not dead. He's just taking a good ass nap.
Yeah, I mean, there's there's like magical sleep that could be ongoing. There are different forms of stasis too. Petrification. Some consider like undeath to be a type of disease. I mean, there's a bunch of different ways someone could still be alive.
Mm-hmm. And we see, is this him right here? We see him?
No, there's a locked door.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Did
Tiny, any luck?
Tiny have the opportunity to
So
open it up?
Tiny thinks it will require two of you to pick the lock at the same time.
Yeah.
How about would I also know that if I use knock
Or just a
or just a
pickaxe.
gunshot?
I do have an axe. I got a sledgehammer.
So you don't. Well, I don't think anyone did a detect magic, but it looks like a normal door. So a knock should do the trick as long as there's no magic on it.
I can cast knock off my ring, not while it was spell swap.
Do it up.
All right, so you cast knock.
No, motherfuckers.
Yes, I do.
All right, so there is a loud knock noise as the two locks both click. You think the double doors might be open, the large stone doors.
That did the trick. I just changed my spells last night. Let me try one more thing. I think I am going to cast Find Traps.
Okay. So you cast Find Traps. Go ahead and link it.
I think that lasts a while too. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
I think it's like an hour.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
Alright, so you chant, or wait, is it just instantaneous? Never mind, I lied. I think
mind.
any trap within range, so 120 feet, so you would not see any traps on this door.
You know, it does kind of make sense. It is a dude
Yeah.
dead in there.
Yeah,
Or
probably.
sleeping.
Or sleeping, yeah. But no, you wouldn't find any traps.
That'd be kind of messed up if they were like, yo, Bobby's in there taking a nap. There's some traps on that bitch.
Someone tries to break into his... Yeah.
Because it notices alarm and lifts and everything.
Yeah, so the door is unlocked. What do you want to do?
We'll open it.
Alright, so opening these double doors, you would see a stone sarcophagus kind of in the middle of the room. And as you open the doors, there is a sudden flash that only lasts for a moment. Arcana might tell you something.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
No, maybe not. So yeah, there's a sudden flash of magic, and then it's quiet.
Loken blinks a little bit.
Lokun, is it safe?
You see that flash? I guess so, but that was strange. Let's check it out.
Cool.
I'll go in.
Alright, so as you step in, you would see suddenly the top of the sarcophagus start to move.
Ooh. Stirring. What kind of...
Kyrene puts her hand to her blade, and she says, "What's that?"
I believe that's a sarcophagus.
Sleeping Beauty.
So a moment later, the huge stone top is lifted up by a creature that was apparently inside as he throws it to the side, crashing against the wall and breaking the top. The creature looks at you, breathing hard, and kind of looks around this place as if kind of feral, but seems to be calming a bit. What would he look like?
So, do you have, if you go to my profile, there is a profile picture if you want to show everybody.
Sure.
And then I'll describe what he's wearing.
Yeah.
All right. Did you?
You can go ahead and describe yourself. I'll get the picture going.
So, Zoda is a fairly... Oh, there it goes. It linked. Fairly tall. He's well, not fairly. He is tall. He's at the cusp of being max height for medium. He's 7 foot tall. He has a he looks kind of weakened, like maybe he's diminished in a lot of ways. What he is wearing, he is wearing a very rusted, very old-looking splint mail. The gilding on it is completely tarnished. His weapons are rusted. His shield is rusted, tarnished, and he has obviously snake-like features, snake eyes, and blonde hair.
So Kyrene, would he have any obvious symbols or anything that history might identify? Although I guess no one has history
on-
anyway.
Well, on his
True.
shield,
Religion.
Does
on his
Zoda have history? Sorry.
Zoda,
on,
yeah,
oh,
go ahead.
sorry, on his shield and armor, you would see symbols of some unknown empire.
Kyrene would draw an arrow or pull an arrow back and say, "What is that?" As it's kind of breathing hard, looking at all of you. It does seem to be relaxing a bit, and she says, "Do we kill it? It might be momentarily stunned. Perhaps we should take it down."
I don't think we should just kill it. Maybe we should see what it is doing first.
Indeed.
Thank you for freeing me from this place.
He sounds really, really scary.
All right, let loose. No, I'm kidding. And
I
who?
think you can shoot him now if you'd like.
Oh, I'll be like, you've been sleeping here for some time, have you? Who are you, and what are you?
I am Zota. I am of the Yuan-Ti.
You look like a goddamn snake.
As I am. What century is this?
Yeah, what century is it? I'll let him know whatever the century it is. I don't.
It is. Well, I mean, it's more by cycle, but it is the 1157 of the 13th cycle.
There you go. Loku would relay that. There's only one other person who has asked me that question when I first met them, and Lokun glances at Amara.
I might be a little bit older.
Yeah, and I'll look back at Zota.
Those dwarves in prison so long ago.
I just stood in front of Tiny. Just stood in front of Tiny. Just like, wow, thankfully we don't have any dwarves on our team.
Yeah.
Tiny stands on his tippy toes.
Yeah. Tiny puts his flaming hammer and says, "Be gone!" And he's going to use channel divinity and cast turn undead because he doesn't know if he's undead or not.
Damn it, Tiny.
That's a good question. How would that affect you?
Honestly, yeah. I mean, technically, he is undead. So
Really? No.
And he got offended.
No, I guess they're not technically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think so. No.
No, so yeah, you'd prevent your symbol and start channeling divinity, but the creature does not seem affected by it. He just blinks his snaky eyes at you a few times.
And I
Yep, that answers that.
point my sword out.
Are you one of the rune masters?
Ooh.
The rune masters are long dead.
This is good to hear.
Okay.
Not like their kind.
And why? Okay.
Thank you for freeing me. Who are you?
Well,
Is he on?
most of us are from this time, and he glances back at Amara. But I'm Lokun.
Thank you, Lokun.
Kun's freeing all the time travelers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Bogger introduces himself.
and I bow individually to everyone to show gratitude, and that's like a big thing for, Yon.
Guarantee.
Yeah.
Yeah. Loken would ask Zota though, why have the Rune Masters imprisoned you here?
I was a spy. And I was imprisoned for my actions against them.
Very well. Well, I
He doesn't give
suppose.
any more information from that. Like,
Uh,
Okay.
Good looking out.
so, I guess insight, everyone.
Um, well, I know because I know dwarves
Yeah.
on grudges.
16.
Were they in our list?
In your list? What do you mean?
His list of grudges.
Different.
Oh,
different
like-
races.
I mean, they're not one of your ancient grudges. But Bogger, I mean, you obviously he's being a bit vague for whatever reason, but you don't sense hostility from him. Maybe just a bit of hesitation because maybe he doesn't know you all very well yet.
I'll hold out some rations and say, friend, you must be hungry. We mean no harm.
and you just hold them out.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, so Zoda immediately, ravenously scarfs them down.
Hungry.
Very. If
Okay.
You know?
if you had not saved me and roles were reversed, well, that's another story.
What
Uh,
the?
Okay.
Is there any equipment you need? Is
Ah,
there somewhere around here that your people may have hid equipment? I like treasure.
all I have is what is on me. It is not aged well.
You want a longsword?
All his equipment is just completely rusted to all heck. I mean, it is
He has a
disintegrated.
sword and shield, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna hand him my longsword.
That is very kind, but
Well, I don't use it.
I just need an armorer to restore my belongings.
Well,
I look at the dwarf.
Yeah.
we don't got one of those. I mean, like a tiny. I'm like, I might have to wait a little while.
It would be a dwarf.
And then he sighs.
You can go to humans if you want. It'll be inferior.
Oh,
Roasted. I don't
Oh,
think there's a single human in our party.
Yeah. No one is offended.
Dwarven craftsmanship is above the humans. I owe you all a debt. Perhaps, if you would allow me, may I travel with you out of this place?
Well, I think we were planning to, we just got here. But yes, you may travel with us. You wouldn't be the strangest one to join our ranks. Well, actually, you may be. But regardless.
at least you're not some turtle.
But regardless, come with. Perhaps you know about this place and could help us down here.
Oh, regards to my tomb.
He asks.
Yeah, and Loken will point to the south. Indeed, this all once was yours.
By force.
so
I do not know what belongings they have.
So the tomb itself is not very large. It just seemed like a small, almost like crypt, where it's like this one room with a raised platform that had the coffin on it. There's not much else in here. There's probably some statues. You would guess that with all the decorations, someone lovingly created all this as a resting place for him. You're not sure why or who.
Yeah, Loken will look around and look back at Zoda. You will have to tell us more sometime about your story. Yeah, let us. You've been here too long. Let us get you out of here.
Yes, perhaps you can tell us why you're not dead later.
That is a long story in itself. But yes, one day perhaps I will share.
Okay.
All right.
Alright, well, we're done with this tomb, I guess, then.
Doesn't seem like there's anything else here. Kyrene sighs. He says, well, it seems like it was a waste of time.
What do you mean? We made a new friend.
Oh, yeah, I suppose. And
He's a snake.
I assume heading back to the Blackwater estate, right?
He's a reptile. I'm an amphibian.
Yeah, what is this, though? Down here?
That is the tunnels that lead underneath the old church.
Oh. A place
Do we
that's
know that?
dangerous and makes you go mad?
Yes.
Oh, cool. Let's go.
Okay.
Just go there right now. We're going to the church,
My
guys.
dude's borderline there, so,
So-
we might as well cross over the threshold.
Kyrene, are you mentioning this out loud, like looking at her map? About the
Absolutely.
church. So she would say, I think Blackwater has kept those tunnels off limits to most of the exploration. I believe that the grounds there are cursed.
Can't we?
Oh. Well, I have a ways of investigating remotely.
Alright, so back to the Blackwater estate. Blackwater is not currently there again. But Kyrene would say, I'll let Blackwater know what you found, though I don't feel he'll be too interested. Are you sure that this one isn't going to cause trouble in the town above? As he looks to not Elric, his new name.
I mean, honestly,
Zoda.
Zoda.
I'm not sure.
I mean, I'm more... Oh, go ahead, Zoda.
I look and I say,
I give you my word.
She shrugs.
And-
She says, I don't know you too well, friend. You seem to be more reasonable now that you're not throwing sarcophagus lids around. But,
Yeah.
He's
just...
hungry.
You look enough
If she
like a
causes
human.
Problems, we'll turn him into some snake bites. They're quite delicious. I don't know
She
if you've ever had snake tail, but
she just shrugs and says, well, whatever, just, yeah. And she goes back to work, leaving you all at the front door. So yeah, at this point, I can either try to pass the 2 weeks quickly, or you guys can go and do something, but I assume, like, there could be... You might want to do some downtime, or, I don't know, whatever you all want to do.
do
Is there-
do the church, or what do we want to, like, I know y'all
We
were...
can make equipment for him.
Doesn't he need to get his stuff fixed?
I think the main thing is just I'm sure all of us want to go adventuring again, but I think the first thing is to get our new ally equipped and all
Amen.
set for the new adventure.
I
The
offered
rest
him
of
a
us are
sword.
pretty okay. My other question was, like, is there a way to do kind of like speed downtime? Like, I can just like say I'm doing this and this takes care of it on
I
my
would
end
just we
without
just
having
have to do some rolls. I don't think it'll take too
Cool.
long. It just really depends on what everyone's doing.
I think.
Well,
I'm
mine
good
is
to speed through it.
Yeah, I'm good to speed through it too. But Zoda, what do you need? What do you need? Yeah.
If your dwarf friend would be so kind, I need my armor possibly worked on.
See, I can use my artisan blessing, and it only take me an hour for each item.
I think that's up to 100 gold pieces, right?
Yeah.
So, do you have anything that's over 100 gold pieces? Actually, can you link the ability? I'll take a look at
I
it.
think it's 200.
Yeah, it's 200.
So the splint might require something more.
So I got
Quick recovery.
regular abilities too. I mean, I can fix it otherwise.
Yeah, so if you want to fix the splint, you can actually do that as part of downtime. I want to say it's like... Go ahead.
I got a sword for him. We don't need to make him a sword. I can give him my longsword.
Probably wants a bigger sword. What do you?
Not
Yeah.
too-
What
too
else do you
bad.
need, Zoda?
Just my weapons sharpened and cleaned. I do
Okay.
not want for much.
So no new weapons, just repairing his stuff.
If you
I hand him a rag, a buffing rag, and stone, and say, "Go ahead and start trying your weapons, and I'll start any armor."
if you happen to know anyone who can craft magical items or weapons,
Okay, now you're just being a little greedy.
I am not meaning to.
I don't actually say that.
Oh, okay.
We will no doubt stumble upon these things on our travels. We usually do, but for now, I think let Tiny work on your armors and weaponry, and
I'm
then
like,
whatever else you need. Yeah.
since I'm really good at remembering things, and I know it's a little meta, but there is
Yeah, I know the enchantment. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 days enchantment, almost finished, waiting at, the Arcavian Labs. Just want to say.
Just want to say.
So.
So I guess Tiny, if you're wanting to repair his stuff, you could probably do it at I'll say, if you spend a quarter of the cost of the item, you can just repair each of them. It would probably take you a couple of days.
Okay. Because
So
I know I looked up what I wanted to do. Just it takes 10 days to make a +1, or 10 weeks, according to that list, to make a +1 weapon.
Ah, damn.
I think uncommon. I thought uncommon was only a couple of weeks.
Yeah, uncommon is, but a +1 weapon or a +1 armor is considered rare.
+1 armor is rare. +1 weapon is uncommon.
I just punch things, so.
Yeah. The weapons are actually easier to make than armor, but yes, you're correct. The +1 armor does take is rare and takes I believe 10 weeks.
I get +1 fist.
Unfortunately, he cannot affect your fist.
What a shame.
But yeah, Tiny, if you what do you need? What stuff do you need repaired, Zoda?
His armor would be dilapidated, and then his weapons would need sharpening and cleaning. So his sword and then his shield would probably need a little work. Yeah.
So I'll say you could probably spend a day getting all that stuff up to snuff. You just have to spend, like I said, a quarter of the cost of the items.
Okay.
If I give him my sword, can he dual wield?
He's sword and board.
He has a shield.
Yeah.
Well.
Also, longsword is your jam.
Yeah. I spent the money, and now Zoda is.
Or rapier.
Yeah.
Is it longsword or rapier for you?
Armor, and just throw it in the fire.
I'm always trying to flex.
Yeah.
Yeah, Amara, you were in your comfortable little bubble, huh? But
I was in a coffin.
I was in a coffin, yeah.
It's true. She was not being affected by time.
The sarcophagus work didn't have the perfect seal on there.
Yeah.
Wink, Tiny. Anyways.
All right.
Water leak.
So Tiny, are you taking a day to fix his stuff?
Yeah.
And are you paying for that, Zota?
Yeah, I already paid for it. I'm penniless now.
All right, so that is the first day. Is anyone else doing any downtime stuff during these 2 weeks?
I was just going to be carousing, maybe at the Darkwater Inn, and see if I can eavesdrop on people, see if maybe somebody's talking about Isaac or any other rumors.
So
Making a shield +1, how long does that take?
I think
It's gonna take a
shield
while.
is actually uncommon, so it would be the same as a weapon. Because
I have
yeah,
this stuff written down.
yeah. I mean, I could go look
Let me
up the
write
times.
I have it written down somewhere.
Oh, you do? All
I
right.
got the
Yeah.
chart. Okay, common is 1 week, uncommon 2, rare 10, very rare 25, and legendary 50.
There you go.
So as it is, he's good to go. I mean, like with his armor repaired, he'll be good to go to Isaac.
Yeah, we'll stop by the labs, but we're gonna take care of stuff for everybody here first before we get over there.
Of course.
All right. So are you spending 2 weeks carousing?
However long it before they want to leave is fine.
And you're just trying to figure out.
Just trying to eavesdrop and see if anybody's talking about Isaac or any rumors there.
Yeah. Go ahead and give me. So you spend 50 gold, or do you want to try to carouse with really rich people for 250?
Oh shit!
Which there are a couple of rich merchants in the caravan.
Yeah, I'll do that.
The rich
Oh,
people?
snap.
Yeah,
Uh,
I can look rich.
sure. So you spend 250 gold pieces.
Yep, I marked it off.
Oh,
That'd be
actually, wait. Do you have the noble background?
No, I'm a courier.
Yeah, you're kind of new. Okay, so you could probably only go up to middle class. Let's say 50. Sorry.
Oh.
No, you're not bling enough.
Yeah.
So I need a charisma persuasion check.
How much was it again? 100 gold?
50 gold.
50 gold. Okay.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't get in with any of the rich people just yet. Though you are... I guess you are one of the heroes. That might make you an oddity among them.
Oh, that's how they see you.
I have jewels on my face and a nice cool headpiece.
All right. Go ahead. Do 250 and give me a roll.
All right.
Or the stasis for 1600 years, Chilling.
Can I guidance myself on this roll?
No, you can only do things that would buff you that would last the whole time.
Okay.
So I don't think
That's fine.
there's anything.
Enhanced
Persuasion.
ability.
You could... well, enhanced ability would still only be like an hour a day. But you could have someone help you. That's pretty much the only way you could have two rolls on this.
I was kind of doing it on my own.
Okay.
Question: who would be able to help them? I mean, look at the rest of the party.
That's true. I don't think
Yeah,
anyone's
we got a
gonna...
got a
turtle,
turtle.
and a snake, and a
We got a snake, bugbear, a little hobgoblin, and a dwarf.
Yeah.
All right. So you would make 2 allied contacts. I'll say while speaking with some of the richer people in the caravan, there is an archaeologist who is extremely interested in possibly joining your expedition to Issac.
Who the fuck?
He would offer his services to join the group free of charge as long as you were able to protect him.
We make no promises.
I just made him up, so I don't have a name for him yet.
That's cool. I mean,
Bill.
It's Bob the archaeologist. It's Indiana Jones,
Jose.
the archaeologist.
Yeah, I just put archaeologist to come to Issac on my little note.
His name is
allies.
Michigan McLaughlin.
Michigan McLaughlin. There you go. Actually, I like that name. I might keep that. The second person that you would make a contact with is someone who knows people who deal in rare items. He might be able to help you find magical items in the future. If you go looking for them to buy.
Oh, so he's like a secret contact if I'm looking for something specific or just rare items in general?
He can be used to help you find rare items, which does include magical items. So it doesn't make them cheaper, it just makes you more likely to find someone who's willing to sell them.
Okay. And does he have a name?
Not yet. You could just call him a black market contact.
He's the broker, man.
It's the shadow
Mr.
broker.
His name is
Mr.
Bam.
Johnson.
Mr. Johnson. I'll figure those out later, but you have those two contacts
cool.
you make.
We got names: Michigan McLaughlin and Bam. He runs a Bam's Club.
All right,
Yeah.
hang on. Let me get these names down.
Oh wow!
Michigan McLaughlin, the archaeologist.
And then Heisenberg.
My friends call me Mitch.
Then you got Heisenberg, the contact.
Heisenberg. All right,
Yeah, the one-
I'll go with Mitch McLaughlin. And you said Heisenberg was the
Dealer in rare items.
dealer.
Sure.
All right, Heisenberg. Sure. Let me make sure I mark down what they are. Else I'll just look at these names later and be like, "Who are these people?"
And they're blue for some reason.
Yeah, we make the most pure stuff. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Archaeologist contact of Amara. All right. What about Bogger? What are you doing for 2 weeks?
I was gonna do religious service to try to gain favors from other guy.
Oh, Heisenberg is the black market contact. Mitch is the... Wait, what? Why does it keep bringing up Heisenberg? What's going on? Oh, there's Mitch.
He is the one who knocks.
Yeah, he's the one who knocks.
He's the one. Apparently, he's the one who knocks. All right, got him. Official. It's canon now.
Yeah.
All right, so you're gonna do religious services.
Yeah, that would be the idea.
Religious services. Okay. So what are you trying to? Oh, this helps you make contacts, right?
Yeah.
Or
yeah,
you earn
know,
favors. Got it. All right. So you're spending 2 weeks on this. I guess it doesn't require gold. So you can either make a intelligence religion check or charisma persuasion check during your time serving at the shrine.
Those are both terrible, but research I don't think will help me either. So, I'll use a DM inspiration on this.
You cannot. Not for
Ah!
not for
You
not
rolled
for
good,
these.
though.
But 17 isn't bad.
Cool.
So you earn a favor. I'll say you earn a favor with the church, which you can use to probably gain advantage or try to find some information or something like that. I'll say the Shrine of Paler and Chaur owes you a favor for your time spent here. And you're doing it for a second week as well?
Yeah.
Give me another roll. Oh, no, didn't do so well that week. All right, so you got one favor. Lo Kun, what are you doing?
Let's start with researching the amulet that I have, the proof against detection amulet from Sithril. I know that I identified it, but then there was some hidden attributes that I never figured out.
Okay, so you're doing research.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know why I closed the thing I had. All right, research. All right, the only one in town with a library is Blackwater, so I assume you're going to use his, right?
Sure.
So you would probably have to spend some gold to get some use out of this. So it's going to be 50 gold to help get people to help you look through the books for the first week. You can spend beyond 50 gold to give yourself more of a bonus. I don't know if you want to do that, though.
I'll spend 100 gold. How about that?
All right, so +1 bonus. You can spend up to... you can spend up to 350 to get +6 as your maximum.
Let's just do the whole shebang. 350.
Oh, +6. All right, so you get a bunch of people helping you to look through books on this amulet. Now I need an intelligence check with a +6 bonus.
Alright, I'm gonna do so with. I'm gonna use. Oh, I can't use my inspiration.
No inspiration for downtime stuff. The only way is, like I said, you'd have to have an ability that constantly buffs you or have someone help you.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Because then everyone would always spend inspirations on these.
Well, I'm glad I bought the extra bonus. 17, I guess.
17. So, you would learn that, I guess lore-wise, the amulet was one of 3 gifts presented to the Dwarven Rune Masters as a show of solidarity between the Therian Empire and the High Elven people of the time, who were their neighbors to the west. The items were brought together and enchanted to open this vault. But originally, this item would also give the ability of a +1 amulet as well as an amulet of non-detection. So you would learn how to activate that power.
Okay, cool.
So if you have it attuned, it is an amulet of protection as well as an amulet of non-detection.
Okay, but I remember when I identified it, there was more. Was that all the hidden attributes, or I don't know?
That was, well, I think you found 2 others, but that's the only thing you would find from this library. So there might be another hidden one. But you learn a way of unlocking that ability with this week of effort.
Okay, so there's probably more to research about it.
There might be. The second piece, so you were only researching the amulet?
Only the amulet, yeah.
I don't know what else I could tell you about it.
Because I never learned anything else about it, to tell you the truth. So only that it was an amulet of proof of detection. Yeah.
You would also learn. I'll say you also learn that there might be an intelligence to this amulet, but obviously it hasn't revealed itself to you. So it might be an intelligent magical item.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah, and if there's anything else going on with it, you wouldn't find it in this library.
Okay. So the rest of my time, the other week, I'm just going to take care of some mundane things, like scribing my spells. I'm going to raise up my army again. I will spend a few days learning alchemy, and I was hoping I could just use the arcane eye to scout the church ruins.
Oh, yeah, give me a sec, though.
Okay.
I can probably get you the name of this item.
Okay. And it was solidarity between the High Elves and the
Therian Empire, which is the Dwarven Empire of last cycle.
Sounds good.
Why can't I find this name? The Necklace of Nivok. So the Amulet of Nivok is the name of the item.
Okay, cool.
And you said the second week you're going to put towards learning a tool?
So basically, I think I need 2 days to scribe spells, and then if I could spend maybe 3 days to learn alchemy, I'm working towards that. And then I don't know if we have more days, but I like to just not even spend a full day, but just a couple hours scouting the church ruins.
Okay, and you know how long it's going to take you to learn alchemy, right?
Yeah, I can figure that out on my own.
Okay. So it would just be 25 gold pieces per week you put towards it. And yeah, you know how long it's going to take.
Yeah.
Let me roll for a complication. No, you're fine. Okay, so that's what Lo Kun did during his time. Not Elric. Zoda. I keep looking at your name and on the screen there. But Zoda, are you doing anything in particular for these 2 weeks?
Yeah, survive.
Surviving, just hanging out, talking to everyone.
Well, he pretty much spent all his money getting his armor repaired.
Okay.
So for the 2 weeks, he's gonna be hunting out in the woods around town. He can live off of just raw flesh.
Okay, so he's hunting, kind of getting an idea of his new world. That's fine.
And he's going to be talking to maybe a few people in the market to see like what's going on. Like you said, get a feel for the war.
You'd get kind of at least at first you'd get a fairly warm reception being part of this group. It seems that they're sort of local heroes. What's your well, I guess just give me a persuasion check. Okay. So people are a little creeped out by you, and after a while start avoiding you, because you do look a little snake-like, and you're kind of intimidating when you speak to them. So most people start avoiding you after a bit, unfortunately. But yeah, that's fine. You say we do that for those 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Tiny, I know you fixed his stuff. Is there anything else you're working on for the week?
Okay. Can I spend the 2 extra hours it would take to make up the 1 day for the 2 weeks to make my shield +1?
Yeah. So if you just want to put those 2 weeks towards crafting, right? Magical item creation.
Yes.
All right. Let me go look at that. So yeah, I believe a magical +1 shield isn't uncommon. So in addition to you would need essence from a creature between level 4 and 8, in addition to the normal 200 gold pieces worth of items. Worth of arcane components. Does the group have any essence from those types of creatures?
Wait, which
We
kind of
have a
creatures?
lot of essence.
Yeah. You got a shit ton of essence. Which kind, though?
It needs to be from a creature between level 4 and 8. And you would need 100 gold pieces worth of essence.
4 and 8 is... I don't have the CR or the level of these creatures, but...
Well, what type of creature essences do you have?
I have the stuff that I just collected, which was the Shadow Demon stuff, or the Shadow thing, whatever it was.
Shadow demons?
Shadow Demons?
Let me see.
So what was the thing that we just killed?
the... Shit, what was
There's
it?
2 of them.
Shadow Horror.
Shadow Horror.
Shadow Horror essence is... Oh, well... Here, I'll just look at
Well, actually, we only have 100 GP of it. And tell you the truth...
That would be enough. Shadow Horror essence is level 9. So, yeah, you can use that to make an uncommon. You can actually use that to make a rare. I mean, assuming you had enough, but rare would you need more essence. But yeah, you can definitely use it to make an uncommon.
I don't see in our group treasury any other kind of essence. I don't know who was holding all that stuff. Yeah.
It was Eric.
I think
No,
Elric
I
ran off with it all.
No.
Oh
like,
yeah, yeah.
Let me double check now. I don't want to be wrong here.
It's gonna be real
I think
awkward
you
if they
have
actually
it.
did.
Ooh,
No,
awkward.
and that's fine. That fits
Uh,
what Elric would have ran off with the essence. Sure, he would have.
Yeah. I have arcane components. I have 140 gold of Hezro essence, 40 GP of Rudderkin, and 180 of Stone Golem. Yeah, so he had some essence on him.
Oscar had 100 Shadow Demon.
Did you bury Oscar with all the essence?
No.
We're going back there. We're digging it back up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's get the
Yeah,
shovels.
fuck that guy. He doesn't need. He's dead. He doesn't need
He doesn't need it.
essences.
Come here, Oscar. We're digging you up.
Okay. Let's just use
Look,
the. Let's just. Oh, bad.
Bag. So you have all the essence that Oscar had.
Yeah, I was just kidding. We could say that Oscar, like, you could have taken the essence off him, unless you really
Okay.
wanted to. Unless you really wanted to bury him with it, which I don't think you would have.
Well,
No.
if
And Oscar, you have to text me later, chat me later what it was. But actually, Oscar, you take care of it because I don't know what you had. Yeah.
But in any case, yeah. So you use the Shadow Horror essence. Take 2 weeks. Do you have 200 gold pieces of components?
No, I don't have any arcane. So it's gonna take arcane and the other.
You can
I'll
use.
give that to him.
You can use any type of essence, arcane, nature, or religious. Or you can spend gold, either or.
I was gonna spend gold.
Okay, so you spend gold. You do need someone with Arcana, I think, to actually enchant it.
Okay, I can help if you want.
Let me just double check that.
Yeah, it says proficiency. So I can't make a religious item.
Oh yeah, that's right. You have religious. Let me just read this real quick, make sure I know what I'm doing. No, wrong thing.
We're just gonna say that Elric has his essence still with him. Whenever.
Okay. Yeah. But so that Baylor essence that y'all had, I don't know if it got recorded, but I remember you taking that, Loken.
so you're telling
Baylor
me.
essence?
Yeah, there was Baylor essence.
Yeah, I forgot you were a cleric, Tiny.
It's in
Sorry
a
to
jar,
interrupt.
right?
It was it was in something. I remember y'all taking it.
Okay, let me just check my notes.
Let me get this straight.
It says tools or proficiency in Arcana.
The Baylor, I thought we just banished him.
You
Or
did
you mean it from the chest?
Baylor. There was Baylor essence.
In the chest.
I'll say you can do it with religious or religion. That's fine.
I'll go back, Felix. I'll go back and I'll watch over the next week or something. See if I can find lost.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Go through the
There
archives.
definitely was before, right before we got in.
All right.
There was Baylor essence.
So there's no roll for this. Go ahead and spend 200 gold pieces. Spend the essence. So that's all of the Shadow Horror essence, and you would craft a shield enchantment. Now, is your shield masterworked, or you've had it for a while, right? So it's probably awakened.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, the enchantment sticks, and your shield is enchanted. So you have a magical shield +1.
Okay, and I'm gonna rename it as the Anvil.
The animal?
Anvil.
Anvil, okay. That makes
like
more
animal
sense. Yeah. It's like, that's weird. It's a little quirky, tiny. Alright, so Mara, you did your thing. Tiziano, do you have any plans on what you want to do with these 2 weeks?
Maybe a little meditation. Maybe train with our new snake friend.
Okay, so just kind of hanging out with I keep wanting to say Elric, with Zota, to kind of get him acquainted, hang out, get to know him more.
Yeah, man, he's new. I'm new.
Did anyone ever go back to the labs to finish that enchantment? I'm guessing
And
not.
dude,
Everyone was
that's-
busy.
That's why
Yeah.
I brought it up.
Okay, so yeah, probably not then. Because it sounds like everyone was busy. That's fine. The only one that could
I
have
think
done
I was
it,
the only person who could have done it.
yeah, would have. Well, would have had to have been either someone with religious or nature proficiency,
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Oh.
I got nature.
or
Yeah.
Arcana, but Lokun was doing something else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was bladed, so the only one it could have gone to was Elric, and I literally seen Elric swing his blade only twice. I think you can check the videos for that.
I
Yeah,
mean,
probably.
would I be able to
It's
roll
not funny,
nature
though.
to try to finish it?
Did you what?
Say that again.
Would I be able to roll nature to try to finish it? Or
Well, you already said you
My
were doing
entire 2
religious
weeks.
services though for
Yeah.
2 weeks, so
Cool.
yeah. You probably would have been busy already.
Yeah,
but yes,
and
go ahead.
I don't think my character knows about it. So
And
Yeah,
no one told
probably not.
Coda about it, so he's just
I'm just
doing it.
hanging out with my
Yeah.
snake friend.
All right, so the 2 weeks would pass. And spend 2 weeks worth of expenses, whatever level you're living at.
Wretched.
All my money.
I mean, I am sleeping in the living room, but
Yeah,
I'll do
you can
mine.
be couch surfing. That's fine.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, I mean, it's you're still paying for food and stuff. I mean, you have money, don't you, Zota?
No,
Do you have any money left?
I literally spent all my
Does
money.
anyone want to pay for Zota's food and expenses and everything?
I will.
Okay.
been
There's
eating-
5 of us. If we each pay 3 gold,
I mean, it's
So
four.
we get-
Because I sleep in my vessel. So
Well, expenses aren't just for like hotel room. It's like taxes, food, basically just living in a.
Texas stuff.
in
I'll
a
give him. Yeah.
yeah.
In America.
Job at the forge for a while. You can help me out.
You can help Tiny.
I'll
we
give
can
him
all-
50 gold.
Oh, okay. So
damn.
Zota, you were given 50 gold by Amara, so it would be 14 gold pieces for the 2 weeks that you
Alright.
just pay. But yeah, the 2 weeks would pass. Everyone does their stuff, and Blackwater has basically told you he is ready to go at this point. The plan is for him to march his people to where Orcard is, because negotiations have gone well, and Orcard has agreed to join the expedition. They both agreed that this was all Cithral's fault, so they are going to work together.
Okay. Can we just tell him that we're gonna meet him there?
He would say, "Oh, I assumed you were going to travel with us."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll wait for a charismatic person.
You like have a flag you put up. Charisma guy, go.
I'll nudge Shamara.
Well, why wouldn't we go with him?
We got to make a quick stop. Remember?
Whisper, whisper, whisper.
We like our own path.
Yeah.
He says, "Fine, whatever's easiest. Just don't keep us waiting."
Okay.
I gave you the 2 weeks, so I assume you got everything done that you needed.
We have.
All right.
We'll see you there in a couple days.
He says,
Look, who is this man we're talking to?
This is Blackwater.
Lord Blackwater would nod. He says, "You must be the one that was awoken, that Kyrene told me about, the Yanti."
Yes, that is me. I am Zota.
I assume the group has brought you up to speed on what we're doing.
No one has told me.
We can assume during the 2 weeks you talked about what was going
Yeah,
on.
during the 2 weeks, we
don't-
talked about everything except for what was important.
Actually, Tiziano's still confused. He's like, "I don't know what we're doing, man. I'm
I was
sorry."
like, yo, I don't know what we're doing. Something about a vault, treasure. I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, but I mean, seriously, we can assume that you all told him about what was going on.
Yep.
Unless you really want to role play it, we can. Yeah.
It's fine.
It's
But he says, "I am Lord Blackwater. I'm the one who is funding this expedition to Issyk." So we will be working together to try to find and open the vault, hoping to unlock some secrets from the past, perhaps even from your time.
Perhaps.
He says, all right, well, I'm going to be leaving in a few hours, but hopefully I'll see you all there.
All right, see you in a little bit.
And I assume the group is teleporting. Is that why you didn't want to go with him?
Yeah.
Okay. And just get there way before him.
Y'all are
Yeah,
trying.
we're gonna make a stop at the lab, and I need some more bones.
Oh, that'll get you the 2 days you need. That's smart.
Exactly. Yep. Perfect timing.
See. All right. So at this point, Shock has pretty much cleaned up the halls of Tarsus. He has brought some beds down and says we could use it as a base now. He got a lot done in 2 weeks. Oh, and Melody got you your potion created, so she's done with that.
Well done.
Yeah, so you can delete those. I don't know if you want to give them other tasks, but otherwise they're just going to be working in Chaur.
Okay. I will say just a minor retcon that I dropped off the tapestries and the paintings and stuff like that back at the house.
Yeah, sure. You can put those in the house.
Okay.
Anything you guys want to leave in the house, make sure you leave it now before you. Yeah, I mean we could say till the end of the game, so before we play next time, you could say that you brought it back to the house.
Sweet deal.
Totally to assume I have anything.
So you make your way back down into where the teleporter is, and you are teleporting to the Alcavian labs. Sorry, my cat was yelling at me to get out of the room.
Did we stop and pick up Mitch?
Oh, right, Mitch. Mitch
yeah,
McLaughlin. All right, yes, Mitch is excited. He says, I heard all about this trip, and I'm looking forward to making it with you. I don't have a picture for Mitch yet, but if you allow him, he will happily join.
Very large mustache.
That's what I was thinking. 100%.
What?
Like a very
It's a-
large mustache.
Yeah.
It's just a bald man with an extremely large mustache, like Dr. Eggman.
And big glasses. Yeah, that makes
That's
sense.
Yes.
All right. Now I just have to find my map for the labs. Oh, there they are. They're hiding on me. All right. So 2 days here. You are going to. You can pull yourself onto the map pretty much anywhere at this point.
All right.
In fact, I'll turn off the lighting stuff.
Newfound snake friend.
Oh wait. It's not letting me drag myself.
Oh no, newfound snake friend.
Oh wait, no, I
Oh, there's two of him.
There's 3 of me.
Holy shit. Yes.
He's multiplying. Well, there's only one of you. But yeah, so
Yes.
you're spending a few days here working on your thing there. And you do want to put it on the sword, the enchantment?
Yeah. If that's okay with everyone.
Oh, I can't enchant my fist, so.
Okay.
I don't have a sword.
Yeah.
How do I these extra tokens?
You just click it and press delete.
You don't. They're eternal.
So I told you that you can put that enchantment on a different weapon, right? Did I mention that?
A bladed weapon, you said.
Yeah, that's what we got.
Yeah.
Hear me out. I got claws.
So like an axe, a sword, basically like anything that does slashing damage. Okay.
Yeah, that's the only person that uses bladed because I think Tiny uses blunt, right?
Does
Tiny can use other, but he only uses the hammer. His hammer is
So
all
you
he
only
uses.
You only use blunt, right? Yeah.
All right. So 300 gold pieces worth of components, I believe is what I said to finish this.
Okay. Then I have 300, I believe. Let me check. Elric ran off with some of the components too. Alright, I used 300.
Damn,
down.
Elric.
He's a freaking goober.
Elric!
Took all of our essences with him.
Damn motherfucker.
I know.
Now I want to kill him.
Now alright, I took out the components.
Alright, so the
you
2
got
days pass, and you would make a +2 sword.
Alright.
And spend 2 days worth of food while you're here.
Okay.
And I'll pass another 2 days. And at that point, are you heading up to where the hobgoblins are?
Yeah.
Okay.
We need to check on our brew up there.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah, you still got
the whiskey.
the stuff brewing.
Oscar's whiskey.
It's been a few weeks.
Yeah.
I noticed we
Oscar's
have
pipe pudding
Neil's
stone.
wraps in our party treasury. Are those anything special
Oh yeah.
that
got some monks.
Tiziano or I might be able to use?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you took what's his face? Neil's punching
Neil's
gloves.
wraps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Tiziano.
How do you guys want to
Pac-Man.
deal with this? It's up to you
Um,
guys.
I'm up.
Yeah.
Tiziano seems to hit a lot more than I do. So
You sure?
if they are
Okay.
magical,
Okay. I should-
What's on? What are we fighting over?
Hand wraps. I guess.
What are those
they're
two?
like,
roll a
monk.
d20.
Did you ever
I think you guys
identify
should roll.
those?
I never identified them. I'll identify them now.
But we did have 2 days.
Oh, you never identified those. That's like a staple in, like most groups wear those with pride. The hand wraps of Neil because everyone kills Neil.
Yeah. Oh really? I felt
Pretty
so
much.
bad when we killed him.
Yeah,
Oh.
we tried so hard to save him.
Yeah.
All right, so the hand wraps are hand wraps of the. Do you care if I say it out loud?
No.
It's a custom item. It's hand wraps of the Undertaker. Basically, they give you an extra D6 to unarmed damage, necrotic.
Okay.
Oh.
All right,
Wow,
look
that's
for it,
pretty good.
guys. Roll for it.
So whenever
I mean-
you punch someone, you do an extra 1d6
I
necrotic.
really hope I beat a 5 because I kind of want those
Pretty
shits
great.
now.
And now
Ugh.
you
You
can
gotta
get
They
punch
barely.
yourself for it.
and then now you got for it.
And that does require attunement. That's an attunement thing.
Cool.
All
So-
right, Tiziano,
Take an hour to
you
do
have
it.
them.
Ziano.
Have Neil's hat.
Yeah.
Taking it off.
Is that in the compendium or do I have to like?
No,
enter
it's a
manually?
custom item. All it really does is basically give you an extra d6 necrotic when you do unarmed attacks.
Awesome.
Will that apply to
'Cause
my?
You're the beast barbarian, right?
Yeah. I was gonna
So
ask, will
you're
that
like-
apply to my claws?
Yeah.
I think the claw. Ooh, actually,
Oh, it's
That's
up
a
to
natural
you.
weapon.
yeah, but it has to be unarmed attack, which is a very specific type of attack. Can you link that ability real quick?
I don't know how to do that. Do I click the speech bubble?
Yes, on the ability.
That one.
Form of the beast.
Yeah, it does say claw specifically.
So now, unfortunately, that would not apply to the claws.
But
It counts as a melee weapon for you. Simple melee weapon.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
still pretty
All right,
good.
Bogger, you got it.
Thank you. Is that
Yeah.
okay, Tizzy?
Because that would.
That's fine.
It's a little bit more OP with the claws since you get extra attacks.
Maybe I'll get something that will affect my claws later.
Maybe you
Yeah,
can file them down.
You're looking for claws of the insignia, probably.
Yeah, insignia claws. Same thing I need.
I got that.
All
Oh,
right.
you got that.
Oh.
You good.
I was
But
going to
it's, you
say,
know, it's
wasn't
not
that your the magical item you chose?
No, my magical item was gauntlets of ogre power.
Yeah. All right. Well, this is probably a good time to wrap. As you guys are getting ready to go to Issyk. The downtime stuff took a little longer than I was thinking. I think it was because we were also introducing Elric's new guy.
Yep.
But yeah, next week we should be good for Issyk.
Yeah. Just a quick question from my side. The amulet is I couldn't find an amulet +1. Is it?
It's
like a
custom.
ring of? Is it
It's
a ring?
it's basically like the Ring of Protection, +1 to AC and saves.
Oh, okay. That's pretty powerful. All
Yeah,
right, cool.
and
I'll make it.
Amulet of Non-Detection all in one. But yeah,
It's a bit unfortunate. It's a bit
Like I
unfortunate
said-
I couldn't get that 1d6, but
yeah. Unfortunately,
makes more sense for the other guy.
the claws because you get the
I feel
extra
like we
attack
have a
would
lot
be a
of the
little.
same items on our wish list, so you get the next one.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's either I use it like 30% of the time, or he uses it all the time.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do MVP.
I don't even know. We didn't really have a fight.
Well, it's
about
not.
just fighting.
Yeah, it just basically
I
like
know.
more
Who
most entertaining, most valuable in battle, like anything
you know what?
really.
It's simple. You know, this person was called upon about 17 times.
New Elric. Oh, I see what
If
you
you
did
do
there.
it, yeah, if you do Elric, I'm gonna laugh my ass off.
No, I was half tempted to vote for the Snake Boy, but he said most entertaining. That was the most entertaining part when Snake Boy showed up.
I hope you liked it.
Damn, bugger.
I thought it was great.
Does that work?
Who am I missing?
I would have just. I would just put on my global damage modifier. I'm assuming that's what you did.
Yeah, that's fine, Bogger. All right, so with 3 votes. Yeah, oh no, 2 votes. With 2 votes, Zota, you are the MVP.
Oh, well,
The rest
Thanks.
was pretty split.
yeah, I voted for
All right.
Amar.
Next session is
It'll be a big one.
dungeon delving. Yeah.
We're
I'm looking forward to it.
We're
And then-
entering the new campaign,
Yeah,
Secrets of Isaac, I think.
be prepared for like a year of content.
yeah. Bogger's gonna deal some necrotic damage.
You know, I can see it all on the map. It's all open and everything, but we never unlocked those secret doors. And I know I probably could have through the through.
Oh, did we not?
We never did. Yeah.
All right, let's
I
do
tried
that
not
right
to
now.
I tried not to metagame that. So.
I thought this was the other
just
group.
You just
Oh,
made
so-
it really goddamn tempting. But, yeah.
Let me in. I want in there.
Oh my god.
Hang on, one moment.
I don't know what it is, but I want in.
Yeah,
One
we
moment.
never.
I see magical chests.
Yeah.
Give me 1d6 necrotic damage for all attacks.
You kind of let it. You kind of let it slip that there was there, but then I just kind of was like, okay, like I don't know any better. But maybe I should pay Demi another visit. I don't know. No.
There we go. Now you don't see him anymore.
Now we know
Yeah.
nothing.
Oh god, now I'm just floating in darkness.
Yeah.
Now it's all secret again. Just forget what you saw. It was a
Yeah.
lie. I was just testing you. And you passed.
It's like
Good
that
job.
meme with the 2 astronauts. It's all secrets.
Yeah.
Always has been.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. Like I said, good game, everyone. Yeah. Next week we will go to Isaac.
Yep,
Yeah,
Elric
good
left
game.
forever.
Elric
We
is
got a
Yeah.
gone
a
forever.
paladin
Possibly to
snake
come back at
fighter?
Isaac.
I don't know.
Yeah. You don't know.